45 seconds. $30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Like single moms of like kids that are like 6 and above.
Really?
Yeah.
You want kids that old that are calling you like, hey, Bubba, as you walk up? Or do you want a kid that's like 2 or 3 that doesn't really know who you are?
I don't know. You know what, Dan? To be honest with you, I don't quite know what I want. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants that kid that's 2 or 3 and doesn't even know who I am, but might start calling me Dada.
Yeah.
And, or the kid that's 7 or 8 and knows who his Dada is, and it ain't me.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
So to speak. Yeah, Maj, this new mic module changes a lot. Well, it sounds different. I think it might be a little warmer. I think it might sound a little better. Maybe a little muffled. Maybe. Anybody here does anybody got?
I think it sounds a little bit better. Yeah.
I think it does.
Ballsy.
Okay,
Ballsy?
not muddy, but ballsy.
There you go. Bull balls. Yeah.
See, you meanwhile have like your processor, and the very little that we get to hear you talk, and the little 3 and 4, word sentences that a caveman like you forms. It's tough to get a good bearing on your mic processing because you don't speak long form. But you have a great mic processor, I think.
Thank you.
I was hoping to get more out of him.
Thank you.
But I will tell you this.
On the matter.
I will tell you this, Maj. Whatever you did, my pots aren't so wonky all over the place. They're more towards. They're damn near even. Almost all of them. After I haven't spoke to Rhett yet. Let's see where his is at. Rhett, hello.
He's in the office in the archives.
Oh,
he's looking for that machine.
He had the same issue that you had earlier.
Diarrhea?
What? Diarrhea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had diarrhea.
Nice.
It came out of nowhere. Hold on. I'm not even supposed to be telling people this, and I shouldn't.
Oh, no.
You always talk about your diarrhea.
Because it's in Barry. It's no.
Talked about pooping in a shower.
Did you poop your pants?
I pooped in the shower again today.
Oh, nice.
I'm Nostradamus.
I pooped again in the shower today, and
Did
I
you
was
smash it through the.
Yes, and yes, I did. Listen, even if by the most blue-blooded, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to being really blue-blooded and really uptight, and I'm probably towards the more of the white trash spectrum.
Even when you
there.
had obviously your big house and your
which
Jags.
I just saw on Zillow yesterday that my house is $2.8 million right now. I sold it for 1.3.
Jeez.
I mean, you're trying to say that even with all the money in the world, he still would be white trash?
Well, that's what I was asking him if he changed a little bit or no.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same. Back then I was just white trash with money. Now I'm just white trash. what white trash does is surround yourself around really cool stuff, and then much like I equate the ultimate white trash would be Kenny Powers from Eastbound and Down.
There you
Remember
go.
Kenny?
Yeah.
Kenny. He was. That's I'm very my sister swears to God that deep down I'm Kenny Powers.
I could totally see that being you.
Yeah. Like things. Remember when Kenny was trading pills with his mom, trading different type of prescription pills. Like his mom's like, I got a Loratab, and Kenny was like, well, I got a Percocet. I'll trade you two.
Oh, like how kids do with Halloween candy?
Yeah. Well, I did that. I found myself doing that with my mom this weekend. Not this weekend, but during Christmas when I spent the night. I'm like, Mom, do you got a couple? I got a couple Xannies. If you got some of those, and then she takes these other things at night that calm her down, that get her to it's something other than a Xanax. And I was like, Mom, I'll trade you 2 Xannies for 4 of those. And she's like, well, why do I said, because Mom, a 2 milligram totem pole, those are like in the Xanny world, that's what everybody wants. Nobody wants the half footballs. Nobody wants. I mean, Lummy, I know
bars all day.
Lummy, I know you dabble in the Xanny world. Anna, you'd be a GD liar if you didn't say that.
No, I'm a huge advocate for Xanax, even though I hate big pharma. Sometimes they come out with great products.
Right. And so, like within the Xanax world, if I said, "Hey, Anna, I got a Xanny," and I whip out a totem pole, you're like
2 mg.
Yes.
Oh.
First of all, totem poles only come in 2 mgs.
I know.
So, like, as soon as you see a totem pole, you know it's 2 mg.
Yeah.
It's not one of these 0.5 Jones that come in these little blue footballs that you got to literally take 4 of to even. Yeah. But if I said, so honestly, we're in the, let's say, we're
sister girling.
Yeah, we're sister girling, and you got a couple little things that I want, and you say, hey, Bubs, I heard that, every once in a while you have a few Xannies or so. And I go, yeah, and I get my little bottle out, and I put it in my hand, and then there's those big, badass totem poles.
Full
You're
bars.
like, oh my, your trading power just went way down because you want those so bad you'll practically give anything.
Yeah, and at that point I'm going to try to put on my best poker face and be like, I mean, they're okay.
But you're also,
but I really want them.
Oh, you want them bad. You want them so bad. You're like, oh my God, that's Xanax to the next level.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like 4 nights of sleep for me. Good nights of sleep for me.
I know. And you find yourself, I know if you like Xanny like me, you find yourself just taking little nuggets off the big totem pole.
Oh yeah.
Just little quarters.
Dude, and you know how bad it tastes? And if there's anything that breaks in my hand, I'm like,
can I tell you how bad I am?
I'll lick it right off my hand, even though it tastes like ass.
I will too. If I'm cutting one down to a quarter, and so I take the 2/3 that's left of it, and I throw it in the container, and then I take the quarter, but there's like just 2 little crumbs,
some residue,
just two little crumbs. I may have just handled dog poop. I'm licking my hands.
Yeah, it tastes so bad. But we're not letting that go to waste.
You're not letting that residue go to waste.
No way.
No. You may have just handled some Ebola lettuce or something
Doesn't
like that.
Matter.
You don't care.
Doesn't matter.
So my mom much like treats me like Kenny Powers and says I'm white trash. And let me, here's the deal. So it doesn't matter if you're like my sister, for instance. She's the most her house. Like I mean, my sister's house. She is so OCD and such a neat freak. She's right there with Stevie. In fact, the only person I can equate it to would be Steve Diaco. Literally just nonstop cleaning. So like when her showers are completely just impeccable, all the tiles all squeegeed down. It's all been plus my sister, not only is she OCD, but she has she's rich enough to have a cleaner that comes in on like Thursdays and completely deep cleans the house.
Like, what is left to do?
Well, get down on your hands and knees and wash wipe the baseboards down.
Oh, okay.
And wipe her cleaning lady even takes like furniture polish and wipes down the legs of the bar stools, like that kind of clean.
I got you.
Yeah. So
that's all that's left.
Right. So let me. I'm in the shower today, and I feel like, and God, they say after 50, don't ever trust a fart Because, I mean, listen, after 50, man, farts, I have found myself this fiscal year, my 57th year in life. That's what this would be, right? This is my 57th year of life. In my 57th year of life, I've had more accidents in my I've pooped my pants and sharded in the shower and sharded in my pants. I've straight out pooped my pants, Lummy. I have sharded my pants. I have sharded the bathroom, and I've peed the bed at night.
That's a good
And so-
trifecta.
I hate to break this to you, but I think this is a linear trajectory that's only going in one direction, if you know what I mean.
Well,
No, I don't think this U-turns anywhere.
Listen to me. You want that totem pole, bitch? You
Sorry.
better Stop making
Maybe
me,
things will get better. Probably not.
Start making me feel a little less old.
Rainy
I already feel bad about it.
Rainy Hall 50 on the Venmo. Happy birthday, Rainy. And James Orr 25 on the Venmo.
Both
Did she
that-
just give a happy birthday shout out to herself? That's
sure
awesome.
did.
Well, how? No, but see, listen, bitch. About to
Happy
get mine.
birthday.
Listen.
I'm listening, Linda.
Listen. Don't you understand how part of Rainy's business of being a real estate agent and selling real estate is just being half of it, maybe 3/4 of it, it's probably 50% salesmanship, but it's also 50% marketing and how you market the house with open houses. And like when the person that sold my house actually had like these professional flyers made, and then they had a drone come in and do a walkthrough footage, like a 3D walkthrough video of my home. So that the realtor's in charge of all that. And so a lot of times realtors that got high-end homes, Anna, they'll hire like a Ty J to come in and get like coming in and like a drone shot up to your house, like coming in from the top and zoom, and then they'll get another videographer, which could very well be the drone operator, to go and just do a complete 360 walkthrough of your house, and then make a video of it, and within the video edit it up, like really highlight.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Highlight
Cool music. And
and pop the colors, like put filters on so the walls look that much cooler and things. So Rainy has to be a marketer and a real estater. And so what better marketing than this? She gives us $25, which God bless her little
I think it
soul.
was 50.
Right?
$50.
She gave us $50. God bless her little soul. By the way, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. So she gives us $50, and she says, "Happy birthday to myself." Yes, she did just say happy birthday to herself, which is kind of odd unless you're a master marketer like Rainy, and she will know. She'll be like, that Jewish bitch will never forget December 6th. She'll always, because she's
really funny.
she's Rain bitch,
Yep.
and she knows it. And so, Anna, right now in your little noggin, even though you might have said, "Oh, so Rainy said happy birthday to herself," in your little nog next year, December 6th, if we're still on the air, but December 6th, it's Rainy's birthday.
When she said that, I started going through like the Rolodex of dates.
Right.
I was like, oh, yesterday was my friend Caroline's birthday. Today was Lewis's birthday and Rainey's birthday. Tomorrow's December 7th. That's Pearl Harbor Day. The next day is my friend Emily's birthday.
Right.
I started doing that in my head.
Rainy's in your mind Rolodex.
She's locked in at December 6th.
Right. So, Rainy, that's the best damn marketing ever.
I know.
For every December 6th that you are a co-host, which I hope is you think you're gonna have a long time with me?
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Does everybody?
Do you think I have a long time? Better question.
Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Other than probably other than everybody else here, I couldn't probably tell you how long you're going.
Okay.
See, when you can get some dibs in on me, you do. So I like playing the ultimate mind F with you.
I know.
And just always keeping you on your toes. I love the hell out of you. And yes, I'd love to have you forever, but I don't want you to think that, because then you might, you get a little cocky.
But do you understand that I'm incapable of becoming egotistical and cocky? Do you understand that my own brain keeps me down, keeps me level?
No.
Okay.
Do you not understand how you sound on the air sometimes? Your mind may
I'm
be
just
saying
mean. I'm not cocky.
Hold on, let me. There's two words that come when I think of Anna Hummel. Ready?
Yep.
Mean and nosy. Right?
Yeah, there you go. That's
Mean
true.
and nosy. I wouldn't say mean. I would say Cynical and nosy. Because you're not mean.
Inquisitive.
You're not mean. Deep down, you have a beautiful heart, and
Thank you.
And you would help. You would help those of your friends or your family. Or
I'm a great friend to a select few. I'll say that.
Yeah, you're not mean.
Yeah.
You're aloof. You're cynical. And what was the last one, Lummy? Cynical,
inquisitive,
and nosy.
Oh.
You want to call it?
Nosy,
You call it inquisitive because you're trying to, not make it feel. But you're nosy. You're very nosy.
I think everyone is. I'm just brave enough to ask.
So, Lummy, here's the deal. I'm in the bathroom today.
Yeah.
And I feel like I got to fart. And listen, sometimes I don't know if it's just me or not, but when I fart in the shower, it's like the water intensifies the smell. It's like the smell kind of gets in the water, and you get kind of as if you were singing in the shower. You know how you get kind of a resonation as you're singing in the shower, Lemmy? I feel as if you fart in the shower, but it has to be with your back facing the shower head and the water running down your ass crack. Yeah. Put that down as the notes.
Okay.
And then I feel if you fart in the shower with water running down your ass crack, the smell gets into the water.
It sure does.
And then the water bounces down on the bed on the shower pan floor.
Yep.
And
it's like you're a physicist.
Yeah, I am a fart physicist. Can you imagine? Hey, what do you do? I'm a pilot. Hey, what do you do? I'm a doctor. Hey, what do you do? I'm a garbage man. Hey, I'm a fart physicist.
That'd be badass.
Why did you spell physicist with an F?
I don't know. I don't know how to spell it. I got to get these fancy business cards. So let me back to center. As I'm very embarrassed to say that I was taking a shower today about probably 15 till 5. I try to get out of the apartment about 5 o'clock. I'm trying to out by 5. That's kind of like my goal. How I have little, how I get ready. I get ready the same way every time. I'm very ritual based. I go get a pair of underwear. I put it on the sink, the shoulder of the sink. My sink's got a little ledge on it, so I put brand new underwear there, and I get a brand new towel and put it on the other side of the sink because the sink's right by the shower. I turn the shower on, let it start getting warm. I brush my teeth while the shower is warming up. Let me. I figure I'd get that done. Then I go into the shower and wash my hair. Then I'm not a shower loofah liquid gel deal. I'm a straight. Give me a bar of Zest or Dial or something like that. Dial especially. I feel like Dial is real real antibacterial Dial. Like Dial is just is just ultra heavy duty. Instead of like Dove and all that, that's kind of pussy soap. You know,
it is.
Yeah, I want some Irish Spring or some Dial. That's what I want.
There's like a hard line in the sand, I think, around like maybe 1975. Everyone born after that uses the loofah.
Yeah.
As far as men go, and everyone older than that likes that bar. So
I don't use a loofah.
Yeah,
that's
you're an old soul.
But loofahs will retain
more soap.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, and skin and dirt
and remnants and all that.
And like,
you
mean
it holds on to that?
Yeah, I mean, think if you don't. Think how many people really spend like a minute rinsing out its loofah.
Me.
Okay, well, the average person just rinses their loofah off.
I'm kind of like your sister. I'm quite OCD.
Most of the people just take the loofah, maybe run it through underneath the shower lemmy for 2 seconds, squeeze it out, squeeze it real hard, and then hang it back up.
Yeah, if they can't see it, then nothing's there.
Right. So I take my bar of soap and I lather my entire body. Then Lummy, on 2 days a week, I'll take a I have a ladies' Venus razor. That's the only thing I'll shave with is a ladies' Venus.
Find them better to be men than the men's ones.
Listen, man, men's showers, men's razors.
They're rough.
They don't have that that lubricating soap. Those 2 pieces of soap on the other side. Mm-hmm. So if you put the women's Venus razors, whether it's my balls or my face, that's all I use because it gives you. Do you
have pink ones?
Yeah, I got the blue ones, the pink ones. I buy them in the packs of 24 on Amazon.
Nice.
I always have a brand new shaver. I always have a brand new shaver in the bathroom.
Nice.
In the shower. In the shower part, there's always a brand new. Razor in the shower. Always. That's for my balls.
What do you mean brand new?
Like
Right out of the package, right?
Well, like
no,
you know,
I mean like you
but
just
hold
use it
on.
once.
No. With the Venus deals, you can use them until you start the soap starts deteriorating.
Right.
So, as soon as I've used them clear till there's like hardly any soap left on them.
Okay.
But but if you shave with a dirty razor, it's not good for you.
No.
I actually got an infection one time on my face for using a dirty razor, and it just, I kind of nicked myself, and then the blade, which was not clean, got in there, and it was just like a little pimple.
Oh, okay, nothing
But it's like
bad.
an ingrown hair.
Yeah, it's like an ingrown hair. It wasn't anything,
They get infected.
They get
puff
infected.
up and they turn all red and nasty.
And then if you can get the hair, you poke it out and you pull it out with tweezers, and it feels
squeeze the
so damn
pus.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
only had that happen once in my life since I have a razor in the shower, brand new, and then I have a razor on the sink, brand new. The razor on the sink is for my face. So, I do in my shower routine, so I lather my whole body up, and then 2 days a week I'll shave my balls, my chest, my underarms, and my forearms. 2 days a week.
Okay.
Usually like Sundays and maybe Wednesdays or Thursdays, I shave my arms, under my armpits, then my chest. I'll do that all in the shower, and then I rinse all off and get out of the shower. I have to dry immediately. I dry my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I wash my hair, Lummy, just with like regular
shampoo.
Just like whatever's on, whatever. Like just like but it has to be a pump where I pump it.
Oh, okay.
So I use some kind. I don't even know what I got. It's in a purple bottle nowadays. I don't know what Pantene. I don't even know what
essence.
Herbal essence in the purple bottle. Yeah.
I remember those commercials.
Yeah. So I got that, and then I get out, dry my hair, and then dry my entire body. But I got a way of dry. Like I have to dry my left arm first, then my right arm, then my chest, then my left leg, then my right leg, then my back, and then my butthole. My butthole. I dry my butt. I dry my butthole last because you don't want to dry it first because
and then
now
you touch your face.
Yeah, even though your butthole is as absolute clean as it could ever be.
It's still your butthole.
But like Lummy, when I clean my butthole, I get a big bar of soap. I lather it up like 10 rotations.
Oh, yeah.
And then I get in there and like use your hand like almost like an like as a tool.
Oh yeah, really
Go
soak
in
it
like
up.
go in like maybe a millimeter or two. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that the edges is all clean.
And you take a finger and you'll maybe go in, maybe just a fingernail
just around
deep
the rim.
with soap.
Of course.
Yeah, with soap.
Yeah.
You give yourself a little bit of a rim with soap, and you're clean as hell. Then when you dry, you dry your butthole last. And then, Lummy, what do I do next? Oh, I put eye drops in.
Okay.
Then I put
Antidepressants.
Antidepressants. I put antiperspirant.
Do you still use female?
I use Secret.
Nice.
I use women's roll-on.
I remember you saying that.
I use women's roll-on Secret.
And you know what? Secret is way better than men's deodorant for the lasting.
Yes.
I've started
smell?
using Ashley's. She had an extra one.
I hate to.
Nice.
I hate to break it to you men out there that are like have Old Spice or Axe or I don't know how many different men's roll-ons there, or what are they called, roll-on or sticks?
Sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. First of all, I don't know anybody that still uses aerosol for your armpits.
My mom used
sucks.
to use that.
Yeah, like I don't know anybody that uses aerosol for
It's
for
so
your arm.
cold.
And it's just so first of all, the can's more bulkier to store.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know. I just
It doesn't work.
Yeah, if you use aerosol, man, you are from the 60s. I'm just telling you that right now.
I like the roll on.
So I'm telling all you men right now that are really, brand dependent on the manly roll-ons, the speed sticks, if you will, the Old Spices, the Right Guards, there's so many of them I can't even think of. Degree, Axe, Secret, Women's Secret beats it. I'm just telling you, I'm an old timer. I've used all of those. Women's Secret beats it all.
It stays on so long.
I'm just telling you, women's secret. Just if you're listening to the show by whatever means, and you tell your wife, hey honey, I'm gonna stop using my Axe and start using your women's secret for deodorant. Will you start? Maybe we probably might need to buy a little bit more because I'm gonna be using yours. And they're gonna probably get mad at you and think that you're a puss boy. But just please tell them.
They'll like it.
Just tell them, please trust me on this, okay? I know about women's secret. So then, Lummy, I women's secret up, and then I start running some hot water. I shave, then I hydrate my face with olive oil, like not olive oil from the
Extra virgin. Aloe.
Aloe oil. Then I put like 3 or 4 squirts of this certain deodorant on. I'm sorry, this cologne kind of the deal. Then I go into my bedroom, put my underwear on, and then use my Grace Philosophy lotion and lotion up my arms and face, and then get dressed.
Nice.
That's my whole deal. But I did shart in the shower today, and listen, doesn't matter if you're as a clean freak as my mom, as my sister. That has a cleaning lady come and wipe down the furniture legs on Friday.
I have a feeling your sister cleans for the cleaning lady.
Whatever. But if you're the most blue-blooded person or the most white trash dude like me, I think there's no other option when somebody sharts in a shower than to mash it down the drain. I don't know of any other like Lummy. Okay, so you got an ass right now that you just sharted, right?
Yep.
So first thing you have to do when you shart in the shower, here is how you go through it.
Here's the protocol.
You shart in the shower. You then oh my God, you look down, Lummy, and you see, and I actually saw corns. And,
oh, my God, that was like a real thing.
Yeah, it was. I mean, because I had corn yesterday.
It wasn't like a little dribble.
No, it was, not massive, but there was some volume to it. And so then I looked down and said, indeed, I've identified that was a shart. So at that point, I completely bend over and get a bar of soap and wash out my BH as fast as I can, right?
Yes.
Like really scrub my BH. Well, at that time, the stuff's, making its way to the drain, your remnants. So even as the most first of all, you got to clean your ass.
Oh, yeah.
PSA.
Instant.
So then I don't know what other options in life a man, a guy that had $1 billion or a guy that had $1, if you shart in the shower, I don't know that the protocol is any different. And that is you let it go down the drain, and then the stuff that gets stuck on the drain, you use your heel and smash it down the drain more and just keep running water through that drain, Lummy, to try to get that shart to go through the plumbing. Now, if you're a blue-blooded deal, what do you immediately turn the shower off and then get like some paper towel or something like that and try to clean the shart up and then get some shower spray and clean. Now, mind you, Lummy, after I sharted today, I did extensively clean my shower.
Okay.
I mean, I took my soft scrub stuff and did all the walls and used the loofah and washed everything and then rinsed the floor and then used my squeegee to squeegee it all down. So I cleaned it. The shart just happened to make it down the drain and into a municipality recycle center. Because our sewage, your sewage if you live anywhere not in the country because you have a septic tank, but if you're on city sewage, which, Lummy, you probably are, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Right. Anna, you are.
Mm-hmm.
I am. If you're on city sewage, then all of your water that goes down your drain or your toilet ends up in the same place at the sewage treatment center. And they treat that and take the poop out and treat it. And Lummy, I think do they put it back into I think they use it for non-potable water things. I don't think the sewage center sends it back into.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. But, they're constantly, I just don't think that they can dump straight poop into where they dump, because they usually dump it into a river or something like that.
Well, for a while there, they said, I think they were dumping it into Tampa Bay.
Right.
Oh.
So like in
Into
Warsaw,
the
like
Hillsborough River. That makes all the
like
sense.
in Warsaw, Indiana, man, all the sewage goes to the Tippecanoe River. And so all the water, after they've cleaned it, but they have to clean it quite extensively.
Yeah.
So my question is to you, even the most blue-blooded, Bubba Clem, white trash running wild, sharts in the shower, lets all the big clunks get down to the end of the drain, and then starts stomping like he's stomping grapes. And I get it all down, and then I'll take a bar of soap and cheese grate it on the screen there.
Nice.
And let that soap, get deteriorated from the water, knowing that now I've disinfected it. Then I will disinfect the shower with my soap, with my soft scrub, and I did that. So I think that's white trash, and probably the only technique from somebody that was really, really uptight would be to probably stop the water, paper towel up the remnants of the shart, clean the shower, and then like that, right?
I wish I could have been a fly on the wall when that happened to you.
And let me who wants?
Oh my God!
Who wants to clean the shart? Like if you're that blue-blooded, you don't want to. Do you have your servants come in and do the shart? I don't know.
Yeah,
and I
got
to think that might be against you some type of law where you're making your workers clean up your poop.
Neil Malplaisir, 25 Venmo.
Venmo. Neil Malplaisir, South Carolina.
Well,
That might be some OSHA violation.
No, if you get old enough, they're just the nurses,
Yeah, I know.
That's true, too.
I mean, I guess there's probably an age where making a worker clean up your poop after age 76 is it's not a bad work. Like you're not going to get a violation for being a bad
No, that's
boss.
their job. That's why they're there.
But cleaning up sharts of anybody under that age is just cruelty to workers.
Biggie McGillicuddy, 25 Venmo.
Thank you very much. Lummy Gooch is on he said he's trucking somewhere across America right now, and he says he's looking forward to the show.
Awesome.
I then asked Gooch, did I ever send you a tactical bag? And yeah, okay, yes, you sent me the tactical bag.
Those are awesome.
All right, so anyway, I believe the backpack came. Oh, I also sent him a backpack too.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So Lummy, last night late, the merch crick had to come back over here most of the evening and start arranging these tactical bags because I think she posted them on Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army Shore, Bubba Army Store, BubbaArmyShop.com. And the different now here's the old one.
Nice.
Here's the old tactical bags, and you sling them over your shoulder, and you can put your little gun in the back. I got my little Glock, Glock quick release, boom. In case somebody's getting a little squirrely, Lummy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In case
You got to close right there.
you're in Walmart and somebody starts you hear gunshots. I mean, let's just be honest. You can hear gunshots anywhere nowadays, can you not?
Yes, you can.
I mean, please, let's just not think that gunshots happen where bad people are. Then it has this, of course, the Bubba Army. Now, this is the shark pattern. This is the shark pattern. Of course, I have my wallet and my iPhone, and you can put glasses, and you can actually get quite a bit in these things. You really can. So many different compartments.
Those are awesome.
1, 2, 3. The gun bag parts 4. So you got side bottle capabilities 6. So this is the infamous tactical bag, Lummy. That's currently up. We ordered, I think, 100 of those.
Nice. Those are going to go quick.
And then we ordered, I guess people were telling the merch crick that they wanted all black ones.
Really?
So this is the same bag as the shark, the one I just described. The only difference is it's all black. It doesn't have the as you can see there, two different designs there. One's black and one's sharktical.
The sharktical bag.
And of course with the matching Bubba Army logos as well. So now the black one's available too, Lummy.
That's awesome.
For those that were bitching that they wanted just all black and not. I personally like the shark. One.
Me too.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like camo.
Yeah, it's like camo shark.
Yeah.
We should come up with that one. Camo shark.
I like that. Camo shark.
Camo shark.
Well, I got some sad news.
What?
Ralph Sorello died.
I'm getting ready to go into
Who's that?
what?
Ralph Sorello.
Ralph Sorello.
Oh, no.
Ralph Sorello.
Howard's hairdresser
Yeah.
and
Oh.
No, his like how he was
His assistant, kind of.
Well, kind of his assistant / personal stylist.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah, in his sleep last night.
How old is he?
Probably
58.
That's young.
My age.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, he was in great shape and like By the way, Lummy and Rhett might be looking for some. You might
I've
want.
already been on that one.
Okay,
the
you're
last
on
couple
it.
minutes. Yep.
Okay, so our tapes team's on it, correct? Yeah. Can we call you and Rhett the tapes team?
Yeah, we even got Gary Cantrell on. We're
oh, you got the
trifecta.
You even got the backup.
Yeah.
You even got the work from home guy.
Exactly.
There's 3 guys on the tapes teams. Gary Cantrell, am I right?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Rhett, Lummy, and Gary Cantrell is part of the tapes team.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what? I think you probably should put Macho in there too. He's always tracking down tapes.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah. So the tapes team consists of Macho, Rhett, Lummy, and Gary Cantrell, and the tapes team is currently looking for Ralph Sorello stuff.
Yes, we are.
They're on it.
Put together a little, maybe just a little R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
You know, R.I.P. to Ralph Sorello, and just kind of a
Shame.
whether it be a video montage or a spoken word montage. I know that we have him
Yes, we do.
on the air a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I also think we have video of him.
I believe when he came down for Howard's wedding.
Now, are they saying any type of you know? Are they giving you any Is there any? I'm going to be very tactful in speaking about Ralph. Ralph, a highly polarizing person. Like Ralph really knew how to play the game. He really knew how to work. Like he would just get people riled up, and then Howard would play into it, or even feed him more softballs for Ralph just to get people churned up. Ralph would call it in and go, Howard, I'm not going to work this week. I'm staying in Sam Simon's Pacific Palisades mansion this week. And by the way, Sam was like one of the very first persons ever to own a Tesla. Hey Alexa, what's the first year Tesla made a car?
Tesla's first year of making cars was 2008.
Yes.
Wow.
So honest.
He was rolling around in 08 with the Tesla before it was cool.
When I visited Sam Simon in 2009, I went out and visited him. Tyler had a quarter midget meet in Orange County, and so and the races got done like at 6 or 7. So I called Sam. I said, Sam, can me and my boys come on to the house and you can give them a tour of all the Simpsons stuff and all that kind of stuff. He's like, yeah.
That's cool.
So I saw him in 2009, and he had a Tesla back in 2009.
Whoa.
And he says, hey, Bubba, get in there and go drive that around a little bit and tell me, because we're talking about racing because, we're racing and the kids are racing. And he goes, so racing's all about being fast, right, Lummy?
Yeah, of course.
So he has me go get in his Tesla. And I mean, it was unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life, how fast it was. And so much that Pacific Palisades, or Anna will tell you, is very curvy. And like you could literally drive off the cliff. Like the highway, I don't know what, is that the Ventura Highway? I don't know what highway that is. But the highway that is in the Pacific Palisades
it's on the coast?
Yes.
Is it PCH? Pacific
yes.
Coast Highway?
Yes. Well, you would go on the edge of Sam Simon's property, and it would be like this, I don't know, 300 or 400 foot ravine, like big mountain that went down to the highway down below.
Pacific Palisades where you live?
Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
But I was on the Pacific Coastway. What's it called on?
PCH.
I'm on PCH
the cool kids call it.
with a car, Lummy, that is faster than anything I've ever driven, and I've driven a lot of fast cars. And what happens to white trash when they get in
Crash.
fast? Well, yeah, when white trash gets in fast cars, they like to go fast. So, Lummy, I'm going fast, real fast. Well, Charlie Taylor, the dad of Tyler's teammate Trevor Taylor, he's with me. He's like, but dude, you really got to slow down. You really got to, you're freaking me out. Especially when we were going back, Lummy, and we were on the guardrail. Then after the guardrail was a 2,000-foot drop.
No.
Down to the water. I know it's not 2,000 feet, but it's like 200 feet.
It would kill you.
I mean, it's that. I mean, when we picture crashes off the coast of California, we think of that of that Thelma and Louise, going off the cliff deal, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of that stuff happens, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's close to Santa Monica.
So I drove Sam Simon's Tesla, and I had to slow it down. I actually had to consciously say, okay, slow it down. You don't know the road. It's not that well lit, and you're going way beyond your skill set. You've never been this fast. You've never I've never driven a Formula One road course car. I mean, I'm just a dirt track yippee-o turn left guy. Counter steer right to turn left. That's who I am. And so I actually had to Charlie was yelling at me. He's like, slow it down. Seriously, slow it down. So when you can't get heat with the dad that you're hanging out with.
No, yeah, you got to listen to him.
So I sent it back, and he's like, I pull in, and Sam's there, and he's like, what'd you think? I go, Sam, is this thing even legal? Is it even legal to have on the road? He's like, oh yeah, of course, everything. This is where everything's going. Everything's going this way. And I think I do think Sam Simon might have been early. He might even have been an investor early on, Tesla or something like that.
He made a lot of money.
I know. Oh God, he made a lot of money. So anyway, Ralph Cirillo would call because Sam and him were best friends, and so Howard and Ralph would either get mad at each other, or Ralph would just disappear for 2 weeks, and he'd call into the show and say, "Yeah, I'm on Sam Simon's guest house overlooking the Pacific Ocean right now," and Howard would get so mad at him, and the fans would be so mad at him, and he was and by the way, oh my God, I forgot. Ralph Cirillo's mother lives in Newport Richie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh my God! I wonder if there's anything we need to do. Like what's the cool thing to do? Family. I don't know. Do we reach out to her? Do we see if she needs anything? What do friends of the family do? Because Ralph is my friend. Although I don't really know her, do I reach out to his mother? What do I do?
I mean,
Anna, you're the Couth police around here.
Yeah.
You're the what should a blue-blooded person do? What should I do?
Send a card to somebody.
To his mother?
Is that
she's the one? She lives local. I mean, when somebody lives local, do you not send a card? Do you show up? Do you offer your help?
It depends how close you are to the person.
On going to the grocery store and doing some they don't.
Well, usually if it just happened and you're pretty close, I think you should show up with hot food.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I would just send a sympathy card.
I'm going to reach out to you. Know what I'm going to do, Lummy? I'm going to reach out to Gary.
There you go.
Gary knows what you're supposed to do. And I'll say, Gary, what do I need to do to pay my respects to Ralph? His mom lives locally. Do I need to do something on behalf? I could actually call them and say, I can kind of rep you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
And they're not going to want me to rep
Why
them.
not?
Well, please. Yeah. So anyway, he died last night, huh? And any reports on anything?
Said it's still he died in his sleep, and the cause of death has not been
determined yet.
Yep.
So it's just freshly happened. People are just freshly finding out about it.
Yeah, John Stamos posted about it about 3 hours ago on his Instagram.
John Stamos. I met him. Let me Anna.
Is he awesome?
Is
he? Please tell me he's cool as hell.
You know what? Let's wait. I'll tell you my John Stamos
All
stuff.
Right.
Because I've had a half a dozen interactions with him.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
With Uncle Jesse?
You got to understand, when Howard first launched the channel, he was there because him and Howard are super good friends.
Really?
John Stamos and Howard are really, really good friends, and they have been even dating back to Howard's. This isn't since Howard's been on satellite. Jump on the Howard friend bandwagon. John Stamos has been around since the K-Rock days. He would call in during then. So anyway,
apparently, he caught his ex sleeping with Tony Danza. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Tony Danza?
Yeah.
What about Tony Danza?
Okay, we'll talk about that.
All right.
And what else we need to talk about with you? We're teasing.
Were you mad about something? Oh, John Stamos and
John Stamos.
Oh, what to do to pay respects?
Ralph Cirillo.
No, there was one thing I said we'll come back with it and I'll answer it.
If John Stamos is cool, you said you'd tell me.
Is that what it was?
That's pretty much, yeah.
All right, perfect.
Syndicated
anything nice come out of your mouth?
I'm the Messiah. You must pay your sins to me.
L. Ron Bubba wants you to drink the Bubbatology Kool-Aid.
You pay your sins to me. I don't pay my sins to you.
Praying for a miracle.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Bubba, I got a jujitsu manicure.
I don't understand what that means.
Means I have epoxy on my finger because it ripped and tore.
You have a what?
Is it called epoxy?
Oh, where it gets
Glue?
like a grounder?
Yeah, like my nail tore and started bleeding everywhere, so...
Well, is it? Can I see it or you got it wrapped up?
No, I can see it.
All right. With the way you describe things is so. Yeah, like so. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to be looking at this mangled ass finger.
No, it's not at all.
And I think that you.
But I was looking at it. You can see.
What? Which finger am I looking at? Okay. And how does it look different than in the rest of your ET fingers? Huh?
Hey! I'm actually really insecure about my hands. Ow!
Hold on. So what is?
It's just you can see it's raised. There's a bunch of glue on. Ow!
Hold on. Hold on. Stop. You're not gonna get it away from me. You're not gonna. So hold on.
Ow. Careful. Can you relax your grip?
See that? Is that tender?
No, just in the center of the finger.
So just like right there, like you bruised that part right there.
Well, I ripped it and it started bleeding.
I never, Anna. There's no rip, honey. There's no ripping of that finger ever. There's no ripping of that.
No, I mean the nail ripped.
Hold on. Not really.
Actually,
not really.
Blood.
Okay. How much blood though? Like just this much or like this much?
Not this much. Just a little bit. But I was just telling you that I got a jujitsu manicure.
So that's what that's called.
That's what I call it.
So put your hand out.
I have ugly hands.
No,
I'm
like
actually
this.
really...
Put your knuckles out. And what if I hit the?
Ow! I can anticipate the pain.
Okay, let's anticipate getting out of here for a little bit. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Touch it, look at it, sniff it.
But can I tell you that I got the most devastating choke on this chick? Bubba, devastating.
You had it sunk in so
Bubba?
good.
So you know what, like I think it's called a zipper choke. It's like you pull the collar and then you pull this way.
Yeah.
Right? Usually I just get it from the back if I get it.
And it's using their own hands.
No. I use my hands on their lapel here and then up higher and then I pull like that.
Right.
I had this chick on the ground and usually I'm like real tight to them. I had her. She was like lying like this, and I had my foot up here, and I had all this room to fucking rip,
So-
and I fucking ripped.
So you had actually the most leverage you could have.
The most. I was like, I usually don't have my leg up, so my knee was down,
Right.
like this. Usually
Right.
I'm like real close to them, but I was like this.
But if you're up that high, it gives you that
I
much more
ripped her,
leverage.
and I just went like this. This bitch, she's not like a short girl. She's probably like 5'8". Her fucking hands came up. She couldn't tap. I just saw it because she was trying to touch the floor to tap. And so she was going like this, and her arms were just flailing, and I like saw it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna let go. And she was like, oh, what the fuck was that? And I was just like, holy shit. Like, it was violent.
I know.
And I was like,
And just think about a year and a half ago, if you don't
I
even.
surprised myself.
So listen, is one way or you are about one thing or another in life. Your physicality level and feeling comfortable with defending yourself or having a skill set or just being this little fucking coddled baby that was afraid of every fucking thing and like, oh my God, fuck.
She's still around, but
no, yeah,
still
but
quiet.
boy, but hold on, where we've come
Yeah.
And we're still going to go a little bit more further. We're even going to get more hardcore.
Yeah.
As you get more accomplished. But think about, like, how much of a pussy, and, like, you couldn't even fathom doing this.
Oh, I know. I was thinking about it on the way home. I was just like...
This wasn't even in your realm of thinking that you could be this...
I was like, I'm a monster. In a good way.
Well, not necessarily in a good way.
I'm a monster! And the best part was that her boyfriend was in from out of town.
And he had to watch it.
Her boyfriend was in from out of town. He also does jujitsu. So she was kind of like trying to put a little extra,
and she got
slap on it.
And she got choked the fuck out?
Yeah, she was like going a little bit harder than she normally does to kind of impress him. And I just fucking...
And then she got shown the good news?
She got shown the...
Say it. She got shown the good news.
Yeah, it was... Like, I was kind of shocked with myself about how violent I was about it.
One of these days, I want Lummy to I want to see Lummy fucking lose his shit one day and beat somebody up.
I mean, if you tell him to, he probably
No. I'm talking about if I tell him to, it wouldn't come from within. Like something like let's say like somebody was mean to Walker. Like let's say a guy went and tripped Walker at Walmart. Lummy would come unfucking-glued.
Oh, you know it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that kind of mad.
Yeah.
Where a guy went and like maybe flicked little Walker's ear, made him cry at Walmart, and then Lummy's fucking big bear, fucking fatherly instinct would kick in, and I think you might kill him.
We are the only show that can talk about nothing.
The use of all Bubba-isms is prohibited without the express written consent of Bubba the Love Sponge.
This is not staged. It's not nothing. It's very scientific.
It's not in a killing mood.
Right.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyShop.com. That is where the new, used to be new, and we remanufactured and brought them back. Shark Camo men's tactical bag, good enough for your anything that you would, including your piece. That's what the ongoing Iggy with a guy's tactical bag. It's anytime I see a guy with a tactical bag, I don't think, well, he's got his baby's diaper in there and some Band-Aids for the kids and his wallet and his sunglasses. No. When I see a guy that's got a tactical bag, I'm thinking that's a guy that is smartly, in a smart way, concealing his weapon and it also carrying, a few other things. But because a lot of people don't feel if you have your license to carry a weapon, I don't feel comfortable with wearing a holster. Some people do. Like some people, they love having a holster, and it's quicker, but you have to make sure that your shirt's covering it.
Yeah.
You got to make. I think in some instances there's been violations of the weapons, the carry deal because even the shirt was too light, and you could see the imprint of a gun, visually. Like that's not a concealment. But so it's open carry now, but I still think it has to be concealed, or does it not?
It does.
Right. So like you can't walk around like with with an outside holster,
in the Old West.
And it's tough for a guy in anything that he's like most of us dudes don't carry briefcases. But we do carry backpacks and tactical bags, and this is that same tactical bag, but with all black. It's all black instead of the shark camo that we have before. But both of them are available.
They're really cool.
We went ahead and reordered Lummy the shark camo, just knowing that, man, there were so many people that got a hold of us.
The sharktical bag.
The sharktical. There's so many people that got a hold of us that said, "Oh my God, I got shut out." That's why we reordered the backpacks. Now they might take 8 weeks to get here, but
it's gonna be worth it.
We ordered because there were so many people be like, "Listen, I heard they sold out in less than 2 days." So like a lot of people was like, I just forgot to sign on, or I needed to wait till Friday till I got paid, or whatever. And Lummy, I'm going to be honest with you. The second time on the backpacks, I really screwed myself. I mean, they're a $60 backpack all day, and I listed them for $34.99. And like my guy who helps me says, like, man, these are like $49.99. I'm like, nah, I'm still making like a little bit of money on them. I mean,
Yeah, you're not gonna get too greedy.
So I think I might raise the price $5 and go like $39.99 or $40.99, something like that. They're probably like $5. Still, it's still 15 less than where you're going to find that very same backpack without the Bubba Army logo.
James Top 50 on the Venmo.
I had you send me. Oh no, I gotta answer honest. I gotta answer honest question.
Thank you.
John, did you send me?
Well, two questions. Yeah, I sent you the John Stamos one.
Hold on here. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes,
yeah, that and Tony Danza too. What he's known for.
Oh yeah. There you go.
That's Tony Danza.
All right. So this is John Stamos's Instagram.
It's him now.
Yes, it is. No.
Oh.
So Anna, with regards to John Stamos, in the 4 or 5 times I got a chance to meet him, one of which I was only one table away from him at Howard's wedding. Like he was. It was my table. The table to the front of me had Billy Joel.
No way.
I'm just going to tell you. From me to you.
Yeah.
From me to you was Billy Joel, Leon Black, who's one of the richest men of all the hedge
fund.
Chevy Chase, Barbara Walters and her husband, and
was it Trump?
Donald Trump. And then behind me was
insane.
John Stamos and who was that girl that used to do weather on Fox? The football girl. And she went on to L.A. and be a talk show. Oh God, dang it! And she's a fan of the show too.
She's from this area?
No, she's from California, and she used to do Fox.
The Fox football
deal. Julianne Barbary, yeah.
She pretty?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's aged gracefully, as we all have. But back in her day, man, she was remember, she'd be a little slutty, So, that was that table, and I think also at that table was Kelly Ripka and Mark Garagos. Anna, think about all the prestige people that were there.
Oh, I know.
And then me and my wife, and Brent and his wife. Howard invited us both. Can you believe that? That is unbelievable.
What year did you get married?
How many people? Let me ask you this. I might ask Howard this. This might be a trivia question for Howard. In fact, it is. I'm going to let's make sure we make this a short.
All right.
But the question would be to Howard: how many people's weddings have you gone to that also attended your wedding? Right?
That's a good question.
I mean, no, like I might be the only. Well, maybe Gary. I don't know. Probably Gary. I'm sure he went to Gary's wedding, and I know Gary was at his wedding. So it would be interesting to see the list of people that Howard attended their wedding, and he also invited
That's a good question.
He got married. I think he got engaged just shortly thereafter, spending the weekend at the Don Cesar in my wedding weekend. What was it, January 13th or 17th?
That's
07? Yeah, 07.
That's what they said on the show for a while after that he got engaged because of the wedding.
Yeah. So, Howard, will you answer that question? How many weddings have you gone to that you in turn invited the bride and groom to your wedding? Don't try to get me out of the list, Howard, because we're no longer together. When you invited us, we were still a couple, so that's the parameter, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'd like to know the answer. Let me get that to JD. JD might be able to he knows everything about Howard.
Okay, will do.
JD knows, or Marianne, or I don't know. Who's considered the Howard historian? Like who would you would be kind of our historian, but like show wise, it would be Joe the Supermark by far, right?
Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows a ton, obviously.
Right. Like I wonder if there's one of those guys for Howard or within Howard's staff who's the historian? Maybe Gary.
Yeah, probably Gary knows a lot. I mean, I know
Fred?
Fred, JD. You know, they when they had the tapes team.
Fred and Robin are his only two original. Like they were. I think Robin. I think it was. Now was it him and Fred?
It was him and Fred first.
It was him and Fred first, and then they hooked up with Robin in DC at DC 101.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
maybe it wasn't DC 1. I don't know if it was DC 101 or not, but DC was Howard's first market. That him and Fred were there. I think they came from Detroit.
From his book, and he couldn't take Fred with them in the beginning, and then he got Robin, and he promised Fred that once he got extra money, he'd bring him in, and he did.
All right, so then technically it would be him and Fred started out.
Yep.
Then he couldn't the next job. They didn't have enough money for Fred.
Yep.
So he said, "Fred, I got you," but they gave him Robin, and then he went and got Fred. So it's Fred, Robin, Fred as to who employee number 2 is.
Correct.
Employee number 1.
Yes.
Howard doesn't. He would be considered employee 1, but not really. He's just the boss. So employee 1, like for instance, Tony Stewart. Do you know who his number 1 employee is?
Your boy.
Yeah, his very longest, tenured person that's been with him the longest since day one of Tony, being a professional race car driver and having a corporation and so. Our good friend Gooch, Jeff Patterson,
That's
employee
awesome.
number 1. So, Lummy, let's send that short to Howard and get that information. I bet you that's a relatively, I would say that list is less than 10 people.
Oh, I'd say way less than that.
What if it's like 4? Doesn't that make me a super cool with Howard?
Yeah. I'd say it's like Jimmy Kimmel and
so anyway, Anna, John Stamos, every time I met him, he could not have been any more cooler.
Awesome. It's nice to hear that because he's I've always really liked him. Obviously, I don't know him, but
right. So it is kind of cool. Like if you like somebody, but in your lifetime you'll never meet them or know them, and you like them and you like them and you like them and you like their work and you like what they did and in their younger days and you just like them, and then you've talked to somebody that really has had quite a few interactions with him, and they say that he's but how disappointing would it be like he's the biggest dick.
He's
just like the biggest.
What's the person where that was who was the biggest disappointment? Because I got mine that you met that was famous, and you met it, and you're like so excited to meet him, and then or her, and then you meet him, and they're just the rudest, meanest.
Aerosmith.
Steven Tyler, specifically.
No, just all of them as a group.
Really,
I had them. Think about this. How old school this is. I had them on my morning show on 98 Rock when they were. I had Mick. In fact, Lummy, the Rolling Stones couldn't do the interview till 4:00 in the afternoon. They weren't doing a phoner. They wanted to do it in studio. So 98 Rock took the afternoon drive guy Max off the air and let me, because they wanted me to interview Aerosmith.
Nice.
Not their afternoon drive guy who doesn't have near the skill set. So Anna, how's that for some ball? How's that for some
swagger,
radio swag, where they go to the afternoon drive guy and say, listen, you know what, for this particular day, from the 5 to 6 o'clock hour, we're going to ask you to step aside. Bubba's going to come in and interview Aerosmith, and then when he's done, you can take back over your show.
Ouch, but awesome for you.
Yeah, I mean, So they were the biggest
disappointment,
and they I think three of the 4 or 5. I don't know how many there are. Mick Jagger came. Was it Joe Perry?
Mick Jagger or
I'm sorry, not Mick Jagger. Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler came, and then who is it? Joe Perry?
I don't know any of the other members.
Who's the lead guitarist?
Yeah, they can't stand each other.
And then a guy named Hamilton or something like that, who I think is the bass player. I don't know. So I didn't know who that guy was. I mean, the Rolling Stones. I mean, I'm sorry, the Aerosmith. You only think of 2 people, mostly Steven Tyler. But
I don't even know anyone.
But
else.
then, a lot of people.
I'm sure they do.
A lot of real music people know, Lummy, that Joe Perry is the guitarist for Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Most people
Joe Perry, Joey Kramer, Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, Rick Dufay.
See, I was right on the Hamilton.
Dufay? Yeah.
So I had Hamilton, Joe Perry, and Steven Tyler in the studio, and I started doing an interview with them. Be like, hey guys, appreciate you coming in. And how's Tampa always been with regards to the enthusiasm and being accepting Aerosmith? What kind of vibe do you guys usually get when you come to Tampa? And Steven Tyler was just like, that was he like belittled me. He's like, that's your opening question for us, one of the greatest rock bands ever, and that's your opening question for me as to what I think about your city?
Wow.
What'd you say?
And I go,
yeah, bitch.
I go, yeah, it is. I mean, but like, am I supposed? And then I got a little. Then I kind of got a little bit of a smart ass. I said, am I supposed to roll this interview back to your sixth grade bar? I said bar mitzvah.
Oh.
Sixth grade bar.
Jewish?
I don't know, but that's what I said.
Nice.
Said, roll this back to your sixth grade bar mitzvah and find out what. No, you guys are in Tampa. It's the first time you've been in Tampa in well over a decade. And when you see Tampa on your schedule, what's your first thought? Some people think of the Mons Venus. Some people think of hot chicks. Some people think of white trash. I've had several different groups in here that have an impression upon Tampa, Florida. I'm sure that you look at your date on Tampa, Florida, but differently than you look at your date in Detroit. The things to do, the places to eat, the women, just the overall, body of population. Detroit is way different. Your potential audience is probably way different in Detroit or your surroundings and availables to goods and services, and to be able to go out to dinner and go to a strip club or pick up chicks or groupies or no groupies. Detroit probably way different than Tampa, and he just was just a complete dick. That's mine. In a very long-winded way, Anna. I'm sorry, but that's mine. My biggest disappointment is Aerosmith, and my most oh wow was the Tina Turner.
Oh yeah.
That's the most oh wow thing, ever. Mm-hmm. Well, other than I guess the Samantha Fox thing would be the ultimate oh wow.
Oh yes, it is.
Yeah, I think that's in a different category.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though.
I think so. I guess that's a very. I mean she was very hospitable in many ways.
But if we're talking about the music industry or celebrity business, which I think we are. And so what was my biggest disappointment of somebody that I actually physically met and had some type of interaction with, the biggest disappointment was Aerosmith, and the biggest, oh, wow, this is going real good, has to be Samantha Fox.
Sure does.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be, right?
You know what my most disappointing one was? And I don't meet a lot of celebrities, and there's very few people I fangirl over, but this one was very disappointing, was Dave Attell.
Really?
I met him after a show, and he made me cry. Like, not in front of him, but he was so rude to me. And I had been a fan for, 12 years.
So, like, when you meet Dave Attell for the first time.
Yeah, I waited after the show for, 30 minutes.
Were you part of a radio station?
No.
Okay, so this is just as a fan.
Yeah, this was shortly after college. I was 21.
Right. So, and I'm sure you had no intentions of, sleeping with him or anything like that.
Oh, God, no.
You genuinely just wanted to tell him hello and probably let him know how much you appreciate his art.
I wanted a picture, and he, really put up a fight. I, wanted him to pose, I think, a certain way. It was annoying, a question.
Yeah, see, Anna, I would be. You can't.
Back to back. I don't know. I don't even remember what my request was.
Did he tell you get the out of here?
Something like that. He ended up taking the picture, but it was just bad. And I don't push, I'm not like, come on, or anything like that.
No.
But I felt so rejected.
So what's your other end of the spectrum? Dave Attell's your worst. Who's your best?
I mean, honestly, that's the only one that stands out. Again, I don't really meet celebrities.
Yeah, that's true. Lummi, have you met anybody? Have you ever met any celebrities besides me, Lummi?
Yes. When back in the day when they used to come in.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because you would be a guy, you'd be one of the guys that would go and bring the clipboard in and have them sign the 2257. You have to check them in, get a copy of their driver's license.
Yes.
See, Anna, we had a whole process. We had a little a team going on. Okay, so give me the one side and then the other.
Worst was this would be funny. Hulk Hogan.
Really, Hulk
he was always a dick.
To you? Or
yeah.
most people?
I know he was good. Yeah.
You know why?
Well, no, why?
Because he's intimidated by big guys.
Oh.
Well, you know who else told me that? It was Rob Kahn.
Yeah.
I was kind of a dick to him too.
Yeah.
Which is not the move.
I mean, Hulk Hogan used to come in all the time, obviously, and he was just always a dick.
Like he
everyone, or
he just didn't want to deal with the riffraff. Am I right?
Yeah. No, I totally understand it. Like we would never try to talk, but
like he needs to like. You know,
how is he rude exactly? Would he
probably
ignore
just be
you,
like,
or-
well, hold on. Like this is how it'd probably go. Okay, let me just see if I can predict.
Okay.
He comes walking in the building, and Lummy knows that he needs to. Nobody goes into that studio, or his life is like that's his life. His life is to guard that studio door.
Yep.
And he strategically had like he'd be right there. And as he was doing his tasks or whatever, you don't have to man the door the entire time. But if a guest is coming, then you know that you're not. Nobody walks in the on-air door.
No.
Well, Hogan never was one for. I'm going to wait 1 millisecond. I'm walking in the building and going right in the studio. And I'm sure that Lummy had a few times probably tried to say, Terry, you're not supposed to go in.
We're on the air.
And he, whatever, brother. And then just kept going.
Yeah, and then
those are probably some of the bad interactions.
Yeah, and there was also when I would just because I had to go clean the gym, and he would be in there sometimes, and I'd just say hi, and he would never answer.
What?
Or even like when he'd come to the back, kind of getting some merch from the back.
He'd always go my back and get load up, and let me be like, Terry, like if I know you're taking 6XLs, but I probably need to write this, but I need to probably call Bubba and get approval. This is quite a bit of merchandise. Sure, I got brother, please, really.
He just probably blew me off on it.
Come on, brother. Come on, biz hubba diz hubba. Don't be calling him up. Just he'll be fine with it, brother. Just tell him when he's doing.
Exactly.
And then who's the other? What's the other end of the spectrum as far as you're like,
Cool.
wow. Me, of course. Right?
Of course, you.
Besides me, I'm just trying to mess with you.
I mean, realistically, like Dennis Rodman was super nice. I mean, how crazy he was. I mean, he might have been really drunk, but like for someone that I thought would be a real
Horse's
dick.
ass.
No, Dennis Rodman,
nice.
he's so cool. He'd be like, "How are you? Wow. What's your name? My name's Hummy. Wow.
Yeah, like
wow.
you're a big guy. You're a real big guy.
Hold on, he's kind of Dennis Rodman kind of rolls around life the way I did at the Stogies and Stogies and Spirits deal. That's kind of what Dennis does.
Yeah, exactly.
With
Unconscious.
with a tad more coherentness, with just a tad more.
Yeah,
Dennis Rodman. You know what? I'm gonna try to get a hold of him. And just that'd be a great podcast, would it not?
That would be a huge,
yeah. I'm gonna start calling in some favors. Once we get the podcast set built, in the back of the stage, once we get the podcast set built, so that we can differentiate, an interview the way we do it now. You will just be one tile. Like the radio configuration. Yeah. The radio configuration. How we look. When we're doing syndicated radio, that 4-hour show, how it looks is pretty much the way everything we do looks. Whereas if we had a couple different backdrops, one of which is like Lummy's after show and Anna's after show, they'll be from the newly redesigned back studios. And I've not really asked you guys if you're going to be upset about it or not, because I really don't care what you think, but. Are you guys? And you guys are knowing that I'm putting all new soundproofing in it, and I'm doing the visual backdrops with Rhett's uncle, and I'm putting 2 new cameras in there. It's not going to be. Listen, Lummy. Towards the last, year of its life, that studio before we took it down, it was an absolute crap hole, and half the stuff worked and half didn't.
Yes.
And it just was. Sometimes your mic would short out, and it was just. Sometimes you could take phone calls, sometimes you couldn't. Like, we're going to completely, make it look good on TV and sound good. And then Lummy will have our bona fide podcasting up there on our stage world with we ordered, Lummy, that custom podcasting black thing that had different lights and stuff. Yeah. We ordered that. And so that'll be an up to 4-person podcast deal with a 3-camera shoot. And then,
awesome.
And then I'm going to order another set, just 2 chairs, 2 big, deep set kind of. They look like kind of something like a recliner that wouldn't recline on it, kind of like what Bill Maher uses. Those kind of chairs.
I know what you're talking about
for his set. Thinking about getting a couple of those kind of chairs and then putting a little arrangement in the middle or something in the middle, and just kind of have it side by side, and you talk to the guy that way.
I like that.
So. we're really, making some huge changes here.
Yeah, for 2024.
All for
It's gonna be our year.
20. Oh,
I got a cool celeb.
oh, who?
You've probably met him 1,000 times. He's a big celeb to me, but maybe not to everybody. Jim Norton.
Yeah,
Jim Norton was so cool. I ambushed him like a stalker. Yeah, he did the Calta show with Big J Okerson maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And I heard he was going to be in. Big fan of his. And I waited outside of the studio in like the kitchen. And him and Big J came out, and I was like, "Hey, I was like that." And they were super cool. And Jim Norton was like, "You want tickets to the show tonight?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And he's like, "Okay, message me on Instagram." So I'm expecting, crickets. I message him on Instagram. 5 minutes later, he gets back to me, sets me up with his, gives me a phone number of his like assistant or manager or whatever.
Right, handler.
Yeah, handler. I called the handler, and he's like, "Yep." He met you at the radio show. He's like, "Yep, 4 VIP tickets ready for you tonight for the show." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
And here's the thing.
What a gem.
And here's the thing: when celebrities act that way, your way, what Jim did,
yeah,
is that
so cool.
They now have an absolute walking billboard for their brand and them as a person.
Yeah.
Like now, like if somebody was to besmirch him and be like, "Man, you'd be like, well, hold on,
he's
wait
into
a
weird
minute."
sexual stuff. Hey.
Like you'll defend
he
him.
He can
to
bang any, transgender person he wants to.
Or no, but even if they were being unfair, just talking a little bit of smack about him, you would, nothing illegal, or just like they just didn't like him on the air, or they thought he was horrible, or his stand-up wasn't any good, or they were just saying something bad about him. He now has a little soldier in you by that
big time.
by that nice little gesture that he did. That didn't really take much time, but was such a really very thoughtful gesture, and something that you'll never forget.
Never.
He now has a pit bull of an ally that will defend him come tooth and nail. Do you know how many times over the years of being in Tampa, I have been, somebody has approached me, and like at a gas station or just anywhere, and I'm not bragging, please don't anybody think this, but within Tampa, usually anytime I go out, I get spotted. I mean, I get.
Even the homeless guy knew who you were.
What's that?
Even the homeless guy knew who you were.
Are
you Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah, I've just been on TV so much, and so many scandalous stories, and so much media coverage, and a lot of success, and just billboards and all kind of deal that most of Tampa, I get spotted a lot. Now, please, I so much am begging you not to take that as me being narcissistic. But that being said, Anna, anytime I meet somebody and they come up to me and say, "Hey, are you Bubba the Love Sponge?" and blah, blah, blah. I remember one time I was listening on 98 Rock, and they all got a little story. They got some kind of deal. And I always am like, "You know what, man? Thank you so very much. Would you like to take a picture? I really appreciate you, being supporting me back in the day. And are you familiar with what we're doing now?" And 92% of them don't know what we're doing now.
Yeah.
They're like, "No. I have no idea. Are you still on the air?" And then I usually just direct them to my YouTube channel. I'm just like, "You know what? Do you have YouTube?" "Yeah, I got my YouTube." I got my channel is called The Bubba Army, and go check it out. Go, and that can let me kind of get them start kind of getting them in the world, so to speak.
Yeah, then they can start navigating.
And then in the morning, if they happen to get up and hit their YouTube channel, they can be, "Oh my God, Bubba's live," and so they watch it and they like it. And it just organically, nurtures itself into something potentially big. You could get a full-time, John Costica on your hands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guy that just, boom. So I'm always so real nice. The only time that I have been flat out rude, I was only rude one time. One time. And I was this guy, as much as all the people that I've tried to be nice to are walking billboards that will tell you, and they will go and tell you then that they talk to people and they'll be like, yeah, I was talking to my uncle and they said that I told him I met you, and he was like, oh my God, he's that guy, that fattest, meanest, biggest son of a bitch. I hate him. He's the worst. He hangs up on kids. He wants to have all these. He's just a complete pig. Like, that's what women usually say.
Of course.
And then the person that met me and had a little interaction, like, no, really, actually, he is a nice guy, and took a picture with me and shook my hand and tried to remember my name, and he wasn't that way at all.
Yeah, I've had that reaction from a few people.
Yeah, oh yeah, like, man, you're a real bitch.
One was at
you're a real bitch on
Rachel's baptism. I went to it.
I'm like, man, you're a real cynical
some lady I was like talking to, and she asked me what I did, and I was like, "Oh, do you know what Bubba the Love Sponge is?" And you'd think when someone says that, like, obviously I work for you, right? But she was just like, "Oh God!" She like really went off on it.
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah, that's my boss," and she's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Whatever, dude."
Like there was no other stiffer reaction she could give. Like it wasn't like
you didn't see that coming.
It wasn't like
that I work for him.
It wasn't like, oh, okay, it's. Oh my God!
Yeah, like, she was like, "Oh God, that pig," and I was like
the type of reaction you'd give from a man that just killed a family of 4, right?
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge gets the same reaction as the dirtbag that killed his entire family, and 2 cops on a shootout.
Yeah,
is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that threw the baby out the window?
Oh, yeah.
Dead baby.
Richard
What?
Tier?
Richard Tier.
Or something like
It
that.
was like a famous person?
No, Anna.
Oh.
There was this guy named Richard Tier. He's an African-American dude. He's a bad guy. And he gets like...
What?
Let me tell you the story,
Oh,
bitch.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get mines. So Richard Tier is dating this white girl, and Richard
McTier, sorry.
Richard McTier.
Yeah.
And
McTier.
And she's got this baby that's not his.
That's not his.
It's not his.
I got it.
Right.
And he knows that.
And
Or
so he
did find out?
no, he knows. He knows
Oh,
that.
okay.
He knows that all along.
Gotcha.
He knows that that's her most precious possession.
As
so you
for
wanna,
most women, it's probably their children.
absolutely. So when he wants to hurt her because they're breaking up, he takes the they're in the middle of the apartment.
What's a baby, like an infant?
Yeah, like
or like
like one.
Oh, okay, like a real baby.
Yeah, like a real baby.
Okay,
like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 3-month-old boy, actually.
Hold on, 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, just a little bag of just this little guy.
Yeah, a little bag of nothing.
Just a little bag of just a little guy. They start fighting. He says, "Screw you, bitch. About to get mines. I'm Richard McTier. Bitch, screw you. We're broke up, man." And he takes the baby. He said, "You'll never see your baby again. I'm going to kill your baby," or something to that matter.
No.
But he yoked the baby up, got in his car. She's pounding on the car to try to get her baby, as any woman would.
Yep.
Unless she has a gun, she has no chance. He's just going to push her down and get in his car and lock the doors and squeal away, which he did. And as he's driving on 275,
No, he didn't.
As he's driving on 275, he rolls the window down and throws the baby out the window.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah.
This is an 09?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What a sick MF.
So, Anna, the same reaction if you were describing somebody, Richard McTier.
I hope he, I'm not for the death penalty, but in that case, I hope he got it.
And then do you know what, Anna? Do you know what? So they find him, they arrest him. Oh, it's not the best, but it's right on brand, okay? This guy's just a thug. Listen, I'm just going to tell you right now, I have nothing against white people, black people, Mexican people, Asian people, like whatever type of ethnicity a person gets in trouble.
Sure.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care if this is a white guy or but this guy just absolutely validated thug life when he did what he did. That's just straight thug ass, not right.
It's like Hamas style.
Then they arrest him and they're perp walking him to the through the Sally part, the Sally port. They have they open the big garage doors up and then the press is all waiting for the bad guy to get out of the car. So all the press is there.
Yeah.
Because Hillsborough County works with the press and tells them, "Hey, be at the jail at exactly 7:45 p.m. tonight. We just arrested somebody that the news has been covering for a while, and it's called the Perp Walk."
I sent you the video.
Yeah, and so Anna, do you?
No, I don't know anything.
Are
about
you
this.
talking about the video of is it a
Perp Walk.
is it a Diz?
No, I just sent you the Perp Walk when he said it. Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. No.
I got what you're saying.
Yes, I got what you're saying. All right, hold on, Anna. So this is it. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this up.
I'm gonna just withhold all of my comments.
So this guy just threw a baby out.
Like earlier that day.
No, like an hour or two ago.
Okay.
Did you throw a baby out the window? Yes. Did you throw a baby out the window? We all the same. How could you throw a baby out the window? It's a dirty game.
It's a dirty game?
Yeah.
Yes. That's this guy's. That's his infamous.
We all the same. How could you throw a baby out the window? It's a dirty game.
It's not an untrue response.
No kidding.
He looks young. Was he like 19 or something?
I don't know, man.
Oh, okay.
But he was a dick.
Black don't crack.
What a dick. It's a dirty game. Yeah. You know what? The woman that Anna encountered, you could have said, hey, do you know Richard McTeer? And
Wasn't that a guy threw the baby out the window?
and she'd be
You
very.
elicited a much more
she'd be very
gruesome response.
even keeled and a little bit more informative and a little bit more, I don't know, maybe filtered. But you say my name, and she's like, oh God, oh dear God. You work for Bubba the Love Sponge?
Yeah.
You mean the guy that had his wife had sex with Hogan and he taped it and tried to sell it, make a bunch of money on it?
No, it was none of that. It was just like, oh, he's gross. Like her reaction was like disgust.
Say it, pig.
She didn't use the word pig, but she probably would have if you
she
know.
didn't use the word pig, but she had pig-type movements.
Yeah.
In the Love Sponge monarchy, thou shalt not challenge King Bubba's authority ever.
Me, say it, me.
He's not on drugs. He's just weird.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Hi, Gloria Zach.
I love her.
Morning, Mitch.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Kevin Campbell, $20 on the Venmo.
And I got Scott and Big Gulp, 25 on the PayPal, so we'll come back with them, okay?
Sounds good. So, Mitch.
I don't know where the fuck. Somebody must have been fucking with my shit yesterday, because they put it all over here.
Well, Macho was up there fixing that.
Okay, so that's Macho just was respectfully relocating my stuff. Say it right now.
Respectfully relocating your stuff.
Yes, say it again right now.
He was respectfully relocating your stuff.
Right. There we go. That's all I need. These are
Morning,
two
the fat
backup.
pig.
I got a little system here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course. You know when things move an inch up there.
That module is definitely warmer, so I went back like around 6:15ish and adjusted the mic processor a little bit for you. And I went out to 96.7 and listened in the car, and it sounds really good. So.
Man, 96.7 comes in pretty good here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was listening to everybody's mic just to try to balance it out, and you should. It's pretty close to the settings that were marked on the processor again.
Okay.
FTE.
I'm pretty straight. Make sure you come back with that.
We'll do. Thank you, FTE, Greg.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
What, buddy?
You're hot, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Slap some fake titties on you.
I was trying to tie in. John Kerry farted. There's a fart sound in there.
What's that?
John Kerry was doing a speech, and if somebody farted, the lady next to him looks over, so it's pretty legit.
Is it from recent?
I sent a link.
It was yesterday.
Yesterday, all over the news.
Where'd you send it?
Let me
got it now.
Damn, Frank. You're hot, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Slaps you, man. You be the bomb. Damn, Fred.
Let me. Am I getting paid for this? Probably through Songcast, don't you think?
Yeah, I would say Songcast.
Slaps
Yeah, he's running Bubba the Love Sponge, yeah.
He's worried about cow farts. He needs to put a methane capture on his butt. It's like 20 seconds in.
I remember, Joe.
How
Tampa. Thank you, FT Greg.
is it 8 weeks for the How far in?
20 seconds. He starts talking. They
Right.
It seems like a fart-like noise was picked up by the microphones as he discussed US policy on coal power plants at COP28 in Dubai.
Can be avoiding responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is...
One of those two.
John Kerry's got some work done on his face. Oh, shit.
Did you get Greg and Amy?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming back with.
Okay, me too. Okay, I got some too.
Morning, Big Hunter. What's up, Ellen Close? Big Arms 101. What's up, Rudy? Dark Match Steve, good morning. Awesome, Nine Buzz, man. Thank you for ordering the tactical bag. Did you get one, Ellen Close?
I've got an idea.
Time to man up.
I gotta poop so bad.
Man up and be brutally honest.
And you're calling me crazy?
Or I'm gonna kill you. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Sorry. So much going on. By the way, Lummy, I think Greg and Amy, 100?
100 on the Cash App.
I'm so happy. I follow them on Facebook. I knew they were going through a little bit of a trying time. And then all of a sudden, I've been looking on Facebook that like they're, kind of fixed their indifferences and are stronger and better than ever because
they've revamped their relationship.
Yeah,
and the ring.
Right, and they're like, and I actually had a private conversation with Amy, and I'm like, it's so good to see you guys, not give up and to not throw in the towel. And it's so easy to do that, or you can buckle down and fix your problems. And they sat down and determined that one of the big things were they were living their life, through their grandchildren and thinking like that, and not living their life and doing what they want, what make them happy as a couple. And so they like are dedicating this next summer and the things that they do to making them they're traveling, they're doing things. They're
good.
So I was so happy. I'm just so happy that didn't end up disastrous like it could have been.
Kevin Campbell, 20 on the Venmo, and Creeds and Travis, 150 on the Venmo.
Oh,
thank you.
He got that last. The Target probably got that last month.
Oh yeah.
He probably got his November bonus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. His December's gonna be big.
Supposedly he's been doing a lot of inspection and quality control work at that Target distribution center on 52.
The new one.
Have you seen how big that is?
Yeah, that is very big.
My Lord. Our best, the coolest, all you got to say is the Bubba Army lesbians. Who do you automatically think of?
Scout and Big Gulp.
Right. That's just like, that's it. Scout and Big Gulp, looking forward to Babyface tomorrow, and then $25 on the PayPal. Thank you very much. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Anna, to finish out my John Stamos interactions and probably get into a little bit of the Ralph Cirillo death that has been reported in the last hour or so. But I probably had 5 to 6 interactions with John Stamos in all types of different settings. Mm-hmm. So it's just not, if you met a famous person one time for 30 seconds and you had a great experience, well, one could argue that, they aren't really that nice all the time.
Right.
They knew you were a fan and they were just went, up and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I've with John Stamos in all types of different scenarios. I've been to dinner with him.
Really?
I've been out with the boys when drinks with him. I've been in creative meetings with Howard and him.
Awesome.
I've been at the Hamptons at Howard's old rental before he built his new house and had dinner with John Stamos. Then so I've got a pretty good cross section of his personality.
T-shirt Will, 25 Cash App.
And he's just wherever you go with John, he's the coolest, nicest person in the room.
I love hearing
He's the most approachable. He's the most kind. He's like that guy. He's like the cool guy. I mean, not that Fonz, like he's not the Fonz, but he's just like the cool dude, man. He's the cool guy. And by the way, women just absolutely honor. You should see women absolutely go.
Dude, I was looking at old pictures of him.
They
even now, he's very handsome man.
He's
very handsome man.
And we're talking. So I'm hanging out with him with 06. So we're talking what 14 years ago or so. I don't know. So so he was even 14 years younger, that much better looking. I mean, he's great. He's great
18
looking.
18 almost.
18.
Yeah.
And women would just literally like almost have a woman like meltdown when they would be like, oh my God. And then they would just be like, he could sleep with any woman at any time, always.
How tall is he?
Not that tall, like 6 foot.
That's tall.
5'11", maybe.
That's perfect.
Maybe an inch taller than me. I don't know.
That's fine.
Anyway, is this John Stamos' Instagram?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's what he posted like 3 hours ago, or maybe 4 now.
All right. So it says, is that what he says? Okay, here we go. At a painfully young age, this, by the way, we're on John Stamos' Instagram, and John and Ralph were super good friends. him, Sam, Ralph kind of all ran in this little brat pack of a Hollywood circle. When Ralph would go out to California, he'd either stay at John Stamos's or this is talk about a great life. When Ralph Cirillo went to Hollywood, he either stayed with John Stamos or Sam Simon.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah.
At a painfully young age of 58, my dear friend Ralph Cirillo has suddenly was taken from us, leaving us all in a state of profound shock. Can we scour through our pics and see if we can find one of me and Ralph that I could potentially put up on our Facebook page?
Yeah, we'll do.
You think even if we have to take a video and make it a still, I don't know, something. I feel like we're kind of missing the viral window of the scoop deal, especially since I might potentially have a picture with him, and he was a friend of mine. He was without a doubt one of the kindest of souls. Ralph wasn't just a friend; he was my family. My mom adored him, and I'll always cherish the memory of her affectionately making his berry for a piece of red Jello on his upper. I mean, it would just go. I mean, it goes, on and on. And I'm not a very good reader.
Yeah, it's very long.
If you want some John Stamos in your life, send you a highlight reel.
A John Stamos highlight reel?
Yeah, just like, his best moments on the Full House.
Do you think that
he's very...
Do you think that there's been women that have pleased themselves to this?
To Full House?
No, to this particular Best of John.
Probably.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather have an Elvis party? Get an idea. Instead of all those goofy little hats, your friends can wear little tiny sideburns. What do you say, little mama?
No, thank you, Big Daddy.
Boy, think how hard it was to
coach a 3-year-old
to direct that.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Oh, it was awesome.
My God,
Such a great show.
Kidding me?
Lummy probably did. Lummy, did you watch Full House?
Yeah, it was my age group.
That wasn't my age. No. No.
But I thought maybe as an adult and.
I mean, nothing against John. Now I'm assuming me and John are still friends. Lummy, you know what I should do? Anna.
What?
I could get John's information through Gary. What if I did a John Stamos podcast?
That'd be awesome.
And I wouldn't. And I told you I'm not letting you participate in it.
I don't want to. I don't like being around people that I admire because I act weird. I like to just admire them from afar. Is that weird?
No, not at all.
Is that weird?
John Stamos has quite an extensive pictures of Ralph. God, it's gonna be interesting, Lummy, to see how all this went down.
Well, I guess according to Howard went on and said that he had some kind of disease, and Howard was trying to help Ralph fix it or get it healed or whatever, and I guess Ralph just didn't take care of himself.
I thought you said he was like healthy and stuff, or
I mean, I guess he came down with something, and I guess Howard was getting all these specialists for him, and Ralph just didn't want to. Take care of himself is what they're saying. Or
right.
Howard
well,
said.
I mean, there comes a point where you get if you get dealt some bad news about your health, and I don't know I don't know that this is the paradigm of which is under the Ralph Cirillo umbrella. I don't know of what type of sickness or diagnosis or help Howard offered, so I don't know any of that information, but. Casting a very wide net of getting the information that you have something that's very wrong with you, and you have to go through an extensive, chemotherapy, radiation, maybe a surgery. A lot of people. I don't know of ones that are as young as Ralph that usually throw the towel in, but 70, 75, 80-year-old guys and men and women sometimes would be like, listen, I just got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It's incurable. Nobody's ever beat it. Nobody's ever beat it. And if we start radiating and doing, chemotherapy and all this kind of stuff, I might be able to live for another 8 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Or I can, die in 3. But in order to get that extra 5 or 6 months of life, I'm going to be bald. I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be skin and bones. I'm going to be, I don't know how fun it's going to be for me, and it's brutal. I mean, like a lot of people say, I just wish I would have died. So I mean, I think that's a personal decision that is the decision of a person, and they should be able to make. And obviously, I think there are people that make those decisions all the time. I think there are people who are like, they get together with their family and be like, listen, I don't have the energy or the fight in me. Just let me die gracefully and peacefully. Now, I don't know that is Ralph Cirillo's, scenario. I don't know that. We're going to have to, as we get more information, Lummy, I guess we'll get more information as it comes out.
Yes, we will.
So somebody sent this to me, Lummy, and Anna, I'm flattered that, one of my songs, one of Manson's old parody songs, I Bought Jugs for a Stripper, is now like an offered song for people that are doing reels on TikTok, Facebook, like you can use. Like it's an honor to be on this level, that people are making memes of my art, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, there's this kid, he's got a $20 bill. Yeah, looks like he's maybe an Asian kid. I don't know. And he walks up to this girl who's acting like she's a stripper, and he puts a 20. And what is the kid? Maybe 5?
Looks like it. Yeah.
4 or 5 years old. And he walks in. Boy, Lummy, this is what we should be doing with Walker, because he naturally wants to make it rain.
Oh yeah.
Lummy, you think we could teach Walker how to make it rain and then shoot some strippers?
Oh, of course.
Or would Ashley shoot that down?
No, she'd probably help.
She'd probably help find the right strippers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I only want these strippers around my kid.
Yeah.
Okay, because they got kids themselves.
They gotta be hot.
So Anna, watch. This is more self-explanatory, but I'm so honored that. I mean, Anna, like we're kind of big time, I mean,
yeah,
like,
I think so.
I mean, like there's nobody else that we compete with that has this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to, so too often I say in Tampa, there's no other radio DJ in Tampa. No, I'm just going to say there's no other radio show that I know of that we compete with that has a meme on the Reels category of Facebook. And that is meaning like they offer you this music to play with your video. You take your video and you infuse this famous music. Whether it's, my blank, my back, my pee in, my crack, then that's a song that you can put to you dancing like a little hoe. Well, now they got this little 5-year-old, and he walks up to this girl, what looks to be a stripper in a bikini, and he tucks the money inside of her bra, and it's my song.
Damn, freak. You're hot, bitch. You know what I'm saying. Slap some face. You, man, you be the bomb.
And I had to mute the word
right.
T.I.
Yeah.
Some people say that. I've heard some radio people say that. I don't think that's a bad word in today's FCC world.
No, it's not.
I don't think so. Tits. I just said it. I don't think tits are a bad word if you're not using them in a sexual way. It's just like the word pussy.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about a cat, let me look at that pussy.
Oh, yeah,
that's a black pussy.
Yeah, it's a pretty
it
one.
might be bad luck.
Oh yeah,
little 4-legged feline. Meow. Meow. Right?
Yeah.
Or if you're like, man, that guy's a dick.
He sure is.
Man.
His name's Richard.
That guy's a dick. Yeah, his name's Richard. He's dick.
Yeah. Dick
We're not
Nixon.
saying look at his or look at none of that kind of nonsense.
So
here we go. Hold on. Anna, isn't this cool? Dad is teaching him the right way. I'm sorry. Dad is teaching him the way. Single dad Christmas, kids, damn, Riz. Oh, they did put Bubba Army in there, Lummy.
Oh, they gave him some cred.
Nice.
Damn, freak.
Should have put the Bubba Army.
Yeah.
You're hot, bitch. You know what I'm saying. Slap some face. You, man, you be the bomb.
And the thing about it, Anna, is like at first, the person that sent it to me is like, oh, you're getting ripped off. What you realize is I get credit for that.
Yeah.
Because we've registered our songs with Songcast and BMI and ASCAP. And so everything that we've done has been registered. So when something like this runs, we get like, a zillionth of a cent or something like that.
We're happy.
So the guy, at first I kind of got mad at it until I started researching it, and I'm like, no, we get paid for that.
Yeah. Keep putting them up there.
Damn, freak.
Now, is this somebody, Lummy, that's just taking it upon themselves to take our song and then use some footage and make it a video?
That could be one, or it could be that they suggested it, like on Instagram. They give you for what the scenario is.
Oh, okay.
You're hot, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Slap some fake titties, man. You be the bomb.
That's cool. It's got 27. I don't know how many of you. Maybe they've gotten more since. Let me reset it. It's at 27,000. Yeah, 23,700. I guess that's not really viral.
Well, that's just thumbs up, isn't it?
Oh, that's just thumbs up.
Yeah, that wasn't views.
Oh, I don't know. What, the views even worse? Yeah. Where's the views at?
I don't know, but that's just thumbs up. Is 23,000. It's been shared 2,300 times.
What's that?
It's been shared 2,300 times.
The numbers on this might be huge.
Yeah, they should be pretty good.
Should we click on that? Should we do that?
Yeah,
click on this guy, right? And let me see. Where would we go?
There it is,
right there.
23,000 likes. Let's see what his views are.
How do you hit?
I think just click on it. It should. It doesn't say the views.
It says likes.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me the.
That's pretty good though.
It's probably We're good.
So good.
We're so good.
Let's all take a moment.
Remember, this show is about words, not actions.
Okay, there is a God.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
It's his biggest one ever. He's got like this one 0, 1, 6, 8, 3, 6.
Oh yeah, he's got nothing.
We got hold on. 2, 4,000. Ours, meanwhile, 26, 20. You see it.
Damn.
Here comes lunch.
Well, Macho,
are they selling?
Yes, they're selling very well.
And did you see the text that did you like that? The text that
Yes.
You think that's cool?
Yes.
Well, Macho had me send you the FCC.
What's that?
Macho wanted me to send you the FCC.
Oh, I wonder why.
Well, if it's going to say that, does it say you cannot say that?
It says stations should avoid material that contains the 7 dirty words.
No.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that you said that.
Yeah, and they've gone away from that.
Okay.
Yeah, Macho, it's old, buddy.
Yeah, it's old. You don't know what you're talking about much. I don't know what Bubba's is eating, but it smells good. Yum. Daddy like. I think Daddy made love.
Fat pig. Dave the Slave, 65 months.
She ride and she roll. I'm in love with the stripper. So good. So fucking good.
Oh, Bubba, you never talked about Tony Danza.
What?
You never talked about Tony Danza, they're saying.
All right. I'll close it out.
Morning, Dawn. Awesome, people, Labrador. Definitely make that happen. Yeah, I tried that Sinzuk.
Really, we need to get working on that Ralph Cirillo thing.
That smells really good.
Yeah,
What
we
is
got,
it?
get the audio now.
Okay.
I like it. You rolling. I'm in love with the stripper. I'm gonna have that song in my head all fucking day. Good morning, Big Lunger. Good morning, Felix the cat. Good morning, GMS. Jason Hepner.
I pooped my pants.
Just now, or?
No, I pooped the shower.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't poop in your pants.
And and there is a big difference between poop in the shower.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
All the difference.
Of course.
I mean, it's just right down the drain. It's no big deal.
It all goes to the same place, like you said.
Yeah, it goes to the water treatment plant. Whether you put it in a toilet or down the drain of your shower.
It's all going there.
Guess what? Time for insults aplenty. And they're all from the heart. Collateral damage of the truth. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Did I tell her? I don't know if I told Anna this, but I know I told Rhett and you and maybe Macho Man that I needed a sheet, double or triple spaced of liners by Monday.
Yes.
Mostly ins and outs of stop sets with a don't forget about Bubba Army HQ kicker. You know. Anna, did I tell you that?
You did not.
Okay. I'd like for you to write a sheet.
Okay.
Because I got this voice girl.
Yeah.
That's going to do a read for me. I'm going to buy one sheet.
Okay.
And you have to write. You have to tell them what you want them to say. So like let me. I can't even hit one now because it will put everything on sync.
Mess us up.
But I need a sheet from you, Macho Man, Rhett, and Lummy Monday so that I can go and I'm going to have a sheet too. And I'm going to, go through and pick the best ones, then pay her to do a voice session and try to freshen up our returns because it's even Brad James, that Big Woody, that's done some refreshing. And I don't know if he continues to refresh. I just send him a check. So I hope. I guess
he still is.
I guess we'll give him to maybe give him to him and let him work his magic, and then Macho Man, I'll pay him like an engineering fee or something to suit, because getting them dry and making and then and implementing them on the air with the right sound effects and the that kind of deal is that's a whole nother art in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can just read.
Oh yeah.
Lightning won last night.
They won 2 nights ago. I don't know if they played last night.
They say that what is it? I think Rhett said that Kucherov is on like a career type year.
Yeah, he's on an absolute tear.
Yeah, about time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he come back from injury.
Good. Anna, to close the story out on Tony Danza.
Yes.
Tony Danza supposedly, not that I've know anybody that's ever actually seen it or slept with him or was peeing next to him at a ball game.
Sure.
Because when you're peeing next to a guy at a ball game, you know what you do.
Peeping.
You always
peeping
look.
at the ding dong.
Yeah, you got to double check.
And you're not trying to look at it, and you're not trying. You just look at it.
I think you're just trying to kind of get a gauge of where you are in the population.
Yeah.
Like, do I have a big one? Do I have a small one?
Right.
What's going on?
And when you're peeing next to a guy at a ball game, now let me thank God most places now have the privacy dividers.
Yeah, they do.
I think is that a law now?
No, there's still places that don't have it.
Hell, at my track, you pee in a trough.
Yeah.
At most racetracks, you just put a big trough down there, and you literally stand right beside the guy with your ween hanging out.
Yeah, that's how the old Buck Stadium used to be too.
The trough.
Yep.
Would you rather have the privacy? Because I know that you want privacy, but you also want to peep on other dudes just to kind of get a gauge.
I don't want to peep on other dudes, but I don't want dudes peeping on me.
Right. So you'd rather have the privacy.
Yeah.
Even if it blocks your view of someone else.
I don't really necessarily want to look at it, but if it's laid out there, you look.
I understand.
Like, see, I don't have a yearning to go to a men's urinal and just look at guys' penises all day. That's not something I like.
It's just an occasional meat gaze.
No, I know it's not like and even a sexual arousal thing. It's just an inquisitive thing.
Well, it's just
like I'm inquisitive. You're inquisitive too.
It's just a situational thing.
Oh, okay.
Like like very rarely are us guys like in that situation. So for the 2 or 3 times a year that you might go to a ball game and you could potentially be in that situation, then you got an opportunity to take a look. You look at it.
Yeah, you're just curious.
And then you're right. It's all about okay. I'm all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm as big as that dude.
Yeah.
But then sometimes, let me, you get the Dan Diaco.
I know. Then
beside you.
It's like, wow.
And you're like, he's looking at yours, and you're trying to fluff yours up and get it back in the barn as fast as you can, while he's over there just, it almost looks like it's hinged. Like it has a big hinge on it.
He
It
gives
just
you
lays.
the nod, like, yeah, I see what you're working with, buddy.
It just lays there huge. It makes me feel so inadequate.
And Tony Danza's not a big guy either.
Supposedly, Anna, he's the most well-hung guy, and him and Huey Lewis.
I'm
trying to think of over the years.
Oh, they have big PPs.
Yeah, Huey. Oh, I know who had the biggest penis, and it was his gimmick towards the latter part of his life. And I actually had him on air, but that was Richard. Is it Richard Buell? What was his name? He was an old guy, and he's a legendary actor. Might even be in the. He might have even won in a Merton
Burl.
Milton Burl.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had him on the air back in the 98 Rock days, and I flat out asked him about. There's rumor has it that you have a big penis.
Huh.
I don't know.
On air in the 98 Rock days. He must have been ancient.
He was.
He was born in 1908.
He was. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Rhett. He was doing like a stand-up deal at the Ruth Eckerd Hall, and I don't even know how. Well, let's say I'll tell you what year it was. It was in like 97.
He died in 02. Good for him.
So hold on. In 97, how old would he have been?
99.
97. He would have been 88.
88.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had him on the air in 1997, and he was still pretty spry, and talked about how big his penis was. Like he. At that point of the world, he like Lummy had the biggest Hollywood penis. He was Hollywood penis guy.
Yeah.
Because you got to think Tony Danza was just starting to get on the scene. We're talking about 1997. Huey Lewis was Huey was in the 80s.
Yeah.
But Milton Berle was like in the 40s and 50s. He's the one that had the biggest hog in Hollywood. So, you know what I'm saying? And Huey Lewis came in on the 80s.
Took his 80s. Yeah, Tony was kind of 80s too, late 80s, early 90s.
Hey, Alexa, what men are rumored to have the largest penises in Hollywood? Huh?
Oh, that's a good one.
Let me bing it.
Yeah, Tony Danza's up there. I mean, there's a lot of like The Game. Obviously, Tommy Lee.
Oh, that's right. Tommy Lee could honk a horn with his penis, remember?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Liam Nielsen?
Oh, he's an actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's this Taken guy.
He's got a big hog?
Yeah, he does. I think I clicked on a clickbait thing.
Wouldn't that be so cool, like if that was your gimmick, like if that's what people like poor Rod Stewart. Like the way that the poor thing got
railroaded.
Semen got pumped out of his stomach kind of deal. Like that's
what
the urban legend.
What a grotesque rumor to be spread about you.
Oh, Richard
poor
Gere.
Rod Stewart. Yeah, and then poor Richard Gere. He has the
gerbils.
gerbil.
I didn't even know what a gerbil was before Richard Gere.
Yeah, and by the way, neither one happened. The Rod Stewart getting semen pumped out of his stomach and Richard Gere having a gerbil in his anus never happened. It didn't happen. Like it did not happen.
Yeah.
Somebody
it's fake news.
Just made it up and it stuck because it was so outlandish, involving two celebrities.
Yeah.
But Lummy, I wonder how. I think probably the big penis. That would be kind of the cool rap to have.
Of course,
doesn't
right?
Pete Davidson have that?
Yeah,
rap?
He has that too.
The BDE.
He's got it. And I guess probably the only way that the rumor gets out is that a woman, some chick sleeps with them, and then they tell somebody.
Yeah.
And then they tell somebody, and the next thing you know, you're telling. It's just like it grows like a Ponzi scheme.
I feel like Pete Davidson is pretty obvious because he is not the most attractive man.
Oh.
He's funny though, and he's famous.
Do women really? And I hear a lot that women, like a medium.
Yeah, something that fits them.
To thicker kind of deal than a just absolute
monstrosity.
10 to 12 incher that literally can
10 to 12.
I think a woman's cervix.
It's awful.
Which isn't the cervix the
like the opening of the uterus.
Well, no, but I thought isn't that kind of like the floor of the vagina? Like that's as far as you should go.
Yeah, when they call it like a cervix bruiser is when
right.
it goes all the way through the vagina and hits the cervix. And
right, but you can't.
Apparently, that doesn't feel good.
And I have to ask you as a girl. I don't think you can go past the cervix. Like if a guy had
not.
So many inches, so like how far is the cervix? Let me ask Alexa. Alexa, how far is the cervix from the opening of the vagina?
Depends on the woman, but
let me.
I'm looking it up.
Well, like 3-4 inches, maybe.
No, so I'm saying, like I was thinking.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I'm thinking it might be like 6 to 8 inches. The actual cervix from the opening of the labia. Let me. If you
it said it all depends on the woman. It could be 4 to 5 inches deep. It could be 10 to 12 inches deep.
Oh yeah. Well, you mean it depends on like you're probably because based on your body type, kind of thin. Bony, you probably got a 4 or 5 inch cervix.
I think it's like more like height. Yeah, I'd say that's probably about right. I have no idea.
But you get a big girl, Lummy, like maybe the girl that Rhett took to the Quinta.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it gets bigger if you get fatter. I think it's more of like a height thing.
I think it has to get.
It does?
Well, I mean,
that's how your vagina works?
When a woman gets fatter, doesn't her vagina also get fatter?
Sure.
Okay, which would give you that more.
I mean, she gets a fupa, but I don't know if her actual vagina grows.
Yeah, I don't know.
The inside of it.
Oh, that's what says Leonardo DiCaprio has a.
Now, see, that's just not fair in man life.
Him and Jared Leto.
Leto, yeah.
Like that's good-looking dudes with money and a big penis.
Yeah, that's just unfair.
And a famous actor. Like that's just not making it fair for the next guy. Doesn't Leonardo DiCaprio have as soon as you're a 25 and above need not apply? Like he only will date, hang out, and blast chicks that are under 26 years old.
Under 25, yeah. Except I think the only one that made it past 25 was, I think, I could be wrong, Logan Paul's fiance that's being accused of being a whore.
Yeah.
I think she made it to like 27 with him.
Yeah, he has 19 ex-girlfriends that he breaks up at the age of 25.
Yeah, it's
What? Hey, listen, you know what? You can be mean to Leonardo DiCaprio all you want, but that's pretty pimp. That's pretty pimp.
Yes, it is.
When you see file footage of Leonardo DiCaprio like somewhere in Bora Bora on a 180-foot yacht
with an Italian model
with 15 tins in the back. And let me that he's blasting all 10.
Yeah. And
all
now you
10.
know he has a huge hog.
And now he's got money, fame, and a big penis.
Yeah, it's unfair.
Jesus.
Oh, it's also Charlie Chaplin had a huge
That's
hog.
in the 20s.
What?
Charlie Chaplin. Don't even bring that up. It's dumb.
Well, just reading it.
The Three Stooges had huge wangs.
No, they were
just
dumb.
kidding.
They
I don't know.
probably had small little weens.
Yeah.
Let me. So, John Kerry. Is John Kerry even a thing? Like, is John Kerry even alive? Is John Kerry still a politician?
He's still the climate guy, or
Yeah, he's the climate guy.
yeah.
All right, so he's got some.
He jet sets around the world in his private jet to talk about climate and carbon emissions.
He's a special presidential envoy for climate for the United States of America
and methane emissions.
So is he like on the president's cabinet, so to speak?
I think so, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Is he's a secretary of something of the
All right.
climate control?
John Kerry is on our current president's cabinet as the secretary of global warming or climate control or just something that's stupid.
It's a new position they came up with, which is
Right.
the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate.
Right. I need to be on. I need to be on the next president's council.
Do you?
Yeah, I need to be the Council of Common Sense.
There you go.
So, like, after everybody says it, then I'd be like, you know what, though? That's just not the council of what the average American.
I think the common man is what you mean.
Yeah, of the common American.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like
wanna
that.
I want to be the council of the common American because I can take African American feelings, I can take women's feelings, I can take Mexicans' feelings, I can take obviously white guy feelings.
Well, I think that your cross section of
Plus, I
who
used to
you
be a
are.
rapper. I used to be a rapper.
Yeah, you
Well, it's not really the common man, but you're middle-aged, white, from the middle of the state, average IQ, a little overweight, likes to take pills. Like that is quintessentially what America's all about.
Right. Been in a little bit of trouble.
A little bit of trouble.
But been in a little bit of trouble, but not enough to put me in jail.
Right. Close.
Right?
Close.
I mean, damn near was facing 5 years in the pig deal, but
Right.
But again, that's the quintessential American.
Yeah, it sure
Most
is.
Americans have gotten in some kind of trouble.
Yeah.
But they didn't go to jail.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
A lot of them have, a lot of Americans have made large sums of money and then blew it.
Yes. That happens.
And-
Class mobility. That's kind of what we're talking about.
A lot of Americans probably,
trade pills with their mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about America.
Maybe there's
Tend to
some
overeat
dudes out
America.
there that have let their best friend blast their wife when their best friend was down and out.
That is also uniquely American.
That shows you how good and loyal of a person I am to my friends.
Yes, we're good friends, comrades in America.
So the next president should put Bubba Clem,
Secretary of the Common Man.
Secretary
Boom.
of the Common American.
Yeah.
Not man.
Sorry.
The Common American.
Yeah.
And so, I'd be like, with this president, we're having our big meeting. Be like, hey, President Biden. Yeah. Listen, I'm the Secretary of the Common Person of America, and they just don't like you, buddy. They just think that, and so listen, is there any way that you can appoint me a research team and how we can somehow, whatever it takes, whether it be we can work with Big Farm, that we can inject you with some Jesus juice every morning to really get you going. Maybe we get you on some Adderall. We need to come up medically with a little shot that they give you every morning that really, I know that they can come up with it because, listen, Mr. President, I'm on pills. Okay?
Like a lot.
Like, I'm on pills. A lot. and so when I wake up, I'm not near as sharp as what you're seeing right now. Look at me.
You're a big pharma groupie right here.
I'm about to get mines. Look, Joe, look at me. Look at me. I'm about to get mines. And okay, I'm
you
on
sharted in the shower, America.
Yeah, I sharted in the shower, cleaned it up, used my heel to grind it down the drain.
America.
Yeah. Drive a Ford pickup truck.
America.
Own a dirt racetrack. America.
Yeah.
Have a son who hates me.
America.
America. Used to do really good, but made a couple mistakes in life to the point of almost going to jail.
America. Steroids. America.
Did some steroids. America.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, bit behind on my taxes.
America.
Barely actually bounced last payroll's check.
America.
Mm-hmm. I bounced. Hey, thank God, Anna, that I have this. There's this new woman down at the Truist.
She the Truist?
Yeah, and she kind of has my back with my business account, and so she saw that check was going to bounce, which was the payroll. See, I write a check to the payroll company that then writes you guys checks,
right?
So it's all the employee
the
taxes.
Bank pays us,
right?
Yeah, I get it.
So when the bank draft that's paying the payroll company to pay you your paycheck, when that bounces, that could set off a whole bunch of problems.
Sure can.
But you know what?
Problems.
We didn't have any problems, did we?
No, we didn't.
All your checks cleared and everything because my girl at the bank.
She the Truist.
She went over there and she said, every day Bubba's shuffling, and she shuffled a little bit of money, Lummy, from one of my little Shakespeare accounts over to my main account. I got this little Shakespeare account, Lummy, that's for emergency funding.
Nice. And she covered it all.
And she said, let me slide $1,000 over there. So boom, we got it.
Perfect.
Plus the fans helped us as
yes,
well.
Thank you. Wizzy on that day, 500.
Yes.
So if I'm talking to the president as a part of his cabinet that represents the common American, I'd say, Mr. President, we have the ability and the technology, and you're the president. You are the president. Joe, you're the president. Okay, and you're not acting.
News to him.
And you're not acting very presidential. And so we need, and the common thing that people think are that you're very much deteriorating, okay? Now listen, I know everybody in this room right now is looking at me like I'm the bad guy. I get it. But we're all thinking it. Damn it. You know damn well you're all thinking, but none of you, not a one of you in here has got the balls to say it. But I'm going to say it because it's my job. Secretary of Defense, he ain't going to say it. Secretary of that, he ain't going to say it. John Kerry, all he's going to do is fart about it. The bottom line is, America, listen, Joe, the polls are showing that you're going to get your ass kicked by Trump. We need to do something drastic. Now, if the party's going to stick with you, then we've got to get a hold of Big Pharma and have some type of daily injection that makes you act like you're about 20 years younger than you are. Like, I don't know if it's, like some ketamine mixed in with some Molly, mixed in with a little Adderall.
We need a more like upper.
A little cocaine deal.
Yeah, I think amphetamine.
Listen, we got cocaine in the locker we just found right over there. We just found cocaine. We know cocaine's in this facility. So let's start getting Joe some cocaine.
That'd be awesome.
Wouldn't that be great?
So
and
awesome.
then like with Trump, the guy of the on Trump's cabinet, the counts, what would it be? The
secretary
of the common American.
Yeah.
When he's going crazy, you're like, Mr. Trump, President Trump, listen, buddy, feather the gas a little bit, okay? You're the president. Everybody knows. Stop being such a dick on Twitter. Just calm it down a little bit, okay? Listen, you can boss hog your way. You're doing a great job. People are like, everybody's scared of us. You're cognizant. You're a successful businessman because you don't take back. You're a stud. But back it down. Be humble. Be a little more humble. Right? I don't know. That's what somebody needed to say. Say, Trump, stay off Twitter and be more humble.
Be humble. Sit down.
Sit down.
Be humble.
And how much better of perception would he have had
If he had a Secretary of the Common American.
The last 6 months of his presidency, he flamed out. It was when he had both Biden debates were not good for him. He looked like a bully.
Yes, he did.
He did. Even my mom, who would give Donald Trump oral on a moment's notice, said that he looked like a bully, and she didn't like that.
And all he had to do was just let Biden talk.
She just said,
He
"Go
would
ahead,
have just
Joe, go ahead." I just
made
want to
himself
let you
look
know, I
terrible.
think I need to be the next president because this guy over here is a really bad guy. And all Donald Trump's got to say is,
"You want this guy as your president?" That's all he had to say.
All Trump has to say is like, "Thanks, Joe. Thanks."
Just like be like,
Yeah.
"Is his translator here? I don't know what the hell he's saying."
That's all he has to say. Thank you, thank you, Grandpa. Now let me tell you how we fix America. Boom. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you vote me in for my second time. Because I can deal with China. I can deal with Ukraine. I can deal with.
I'm awake and I don't wear diapers.
I'm going to deal with how we're going to try to strategically pull out of Afghanistan instead of just leaving all of our equipment there. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Boom, boom, boom. Not making fun of Gramps. So if Donald Trump would have had a Bubba Clem, the Secretary of the Common American. I think our president would be Donald Trump because I would have started with him saying, chill out. You're such a dick.
You've taken his phone away from him for a little bit?
Can you imagine the guy?
No more Twitter for you.
Can you imagine if there was really a dude that had that much power that could walk up and take Donald Trump's phone away from him? Donald Trump, I mean, like that would be like the best. Nobody could ever have that much swagger, right?
No, not against Trump.
Everybody's scared of him.
Climate envoy, but perhaps
This is, I got to go into words. I'm running late. This is the John Kerry. He's at a conference now.
Yeah, in Qatar.
He's at a conference.
Oh,
some global warming deal.
Sorry, Dubai.
Yeah,
better, but
he's staying at the top of one of those really big.
oh, that sail.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm talking about? That sailboat.
You know that
hotel.
Dubai,
What is it? It's like a 10-star hotel.
You know, Dubai knows how to play the game.
Sure do.
That like they want to make Americans and especially American politicians so comfortable and safe and happy that they just absolutely kiss American politicians' asses. So you know that John Kerry had the best accommodations known to man. And so then there's two other people up on stage. So listen, the fart that you're about to hear can only have come from three people. The three people that are on stage. There's no other place this fart could have came from. So let's see who we think farted.
Okay.
John Kerry needs to reduce his own emissions. It seems like a fart-like noise was picked up.
Yeah, this is some like
This is Ozzy.
Yeah,
a fat-like noise.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they say it. Like, you know, here in America, it'd be like, you know, there was like maybe some type of, you know what? This story would get shot down in America. They wouldn't even cover this.
Not on Fox.
Was picked up by
Fox
the
did.
microphones as he discussed U.S. policy on coal power plants at COP28 in Dubai.
Can be avoiding responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis.
Oh, they. That's way worse than I thought.
I think it was Kerry because look at that guy's face.
Well, not only that, the reason why I think
The crowd even pops.
the reason why I think the crowd pops, but the reason why I think it's Kerry is because it's perfectly strategically done right after a sentence. So he was trying like maybe start the next sentence with trying maybe just squeeze it out silently and then start the next sentence because it literally it's after like it's almost an exclamation point on said sentence. Here we go.
And the reality is that are killing people, taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is that.
And see, so now see, I don't think it's her because she's
genuinely surprised.
She's genuinely surprised.
Well, so is a guy though.
No,
the
not
guy on
really.
the right's face is. Hold on, he looks
those
at him.
things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is that.
He's like, nice.
Yeah.
No, but he was bobbing his head to the funky sound. I mean, he was bobbing his head to the funky sound. Watch, hold on.
For taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis. And the reality is that.
He needs to pay a carbon tax on that.
He needs to pay a carbon tax on that. Ah, yucky yuck, it's four people who we're going to put together.
I mean, that's outrageous.
I know with the Tesla, you can set the Tesla horn to make a flatulent sound.
I didn't know that.
Right,
I didn't know
you
that.
can.
I'd love
It's the only
to.
emissions that a Tesla.
Yeah, Teslas do have a fart.
Oh, I
For the
know.
horn, because Tarek, my brother-in-law, he has a fart for his horn on his Tesla. So when he goes to beep the horn, it goes.
Oh, is that real? That's outrageous.
That seemed a little more than I was expecting.
I thought it was going to be a little like a fluffy one, like that.
No, it's a
Why
smart.
did you do that mouth?
Oh no, that's the only way I could articulate it. Probably it just goes.
I've heard enough of this. Hold on, this fake outrage. When I come back, Billie Eilish comes out as gay, but she's like, I'm not trying to necessarily come out as gay, but I guess kind of the words that I'm saying are making me gay. It's pretty cool, actually.
She was kind of surprised people don't already know.
She was like, I thought everybody knew I was gay.
Yeah.
I mean,
she didn't know she had to make a formal statement about
right.
it.
Yeah, and I don't think that you I don't think you should have to make a formal statement of that if you're gay. Like,
I had to make a formal statement that I was straight.
Yeah, because everybody thought you were gay.
Yeah.
You know, he probably shouldn't have said that.
That kind of frank dialogue troubles me.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Andrew Monet, 15 on the Cash App, thank you. Airtight, Buckle Brush Jones. That is the worst idea ever. Buckle Brush. Of course, Sexies are you. She does her Rumble. Yes, Benny. Just looking for it real quick before we went to break. over.
Oh, it's a 7-star.
That's nice. Very nice, Steve.
Oh, that was a good one.
H is Bubba fan. Definitely. What's up, Snowzook?
What's up, Purple Lips, Music Slayer? What did Dark Majesty say?
PBS shows us where the race currently stands. Great.
Last time I had a banana was Sunday. I love bananas. I bought some persimmons, and I don't know. I think we looked it up last night. Something about a certain type of persimmon. They like dry your mouth out really bad.
Talk about your cover story, because you mentioned that you felt like for a long time women didn't like you. Right, we gotta.
Sweet. Dark Machine. You just give me all yours. BDO.
There's nothing sexy or glamorous about this broadcast.
Just press play.
Bubba the Love Sponge. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show will be me, Lummy, Anna, Brett, Mach. Just a standard old.
No, did we change it up?
What's that?
Did we change it up this week?
Usually they just do the sports show.
And then Thursday's Killer Bees.
Oh, that's right. I am so happy.
I'm so happy.
Lummy, you totally just made my day.
Oh, sweet.
You're right. It's the very, very sought after, exclusive, highly produced, and damn near one of the most most liked after show we do, and that is the Lummy and Rhett Sports Show. And that'll be on our YouTube, that'll be on our Twitter, that'll be on our Rumble. And Lummy, I guess we're making progress on getting it on like Facebook, X. I guess we're getting close on working out the bugs.
Yes.
To be able to distribute our after shows and our main show and just everything in general on more platforms, correct?
Yes, we are.
Now, is that going good?
It's going. It's going. It's going about the same speed as it was.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad.
I get out of here. I get out of here at 10:15 today. No, actually, I got to go over some things with Macho Man and we're that new ingesting station and things like that. And then I gotta get a hold of Ken Snyder to get this bullpen clear.
Yeah, that's true.
And we got to get Big Red's got to when are we gonna fix? Is the sign fixable, or are we just gonna leave it? What's the official ruling of the sign? Are we gonna go store it in the back of a container and then address it after BARP? Are we gonna fix it before BARP? Is it an easy fix? Is it a hard fix? What? Give me the Big Red building superintendent report.
To be honest, that would be more on a macho because they were talking about the lights for the back.
All right, Mach. I never go to Mach because he's never there and he makes me feel stupid. So is Mach? Lummy, you need to look. If you're going to ask me to ask Macho a question,
he's there.
All right, Mach. What's the situation of the sign?
The last conversation, we were supposed to measure it to get the length we need for the LEDs, so it is fixable.
And then get it back up.
Yes.
He wants to paint it too before.
Paint it, and you know what? Let me make another suggestion.
Yes.
That you know how Doc on all of our Bubba Army signs, how they took like a hand grinder sander, and how they did the aluminum. See how they they sanded the aluminum.
Yep.
Well, we could maybe do that with that aluminum.
Okay.
That's a kind of a neat effect, don't you think?
Yeah, I
that
think so,
swirl.
Yeah.
Especially when it's LED lidded.
Yep. Okay. I'll put that down to tell him.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we're probably only that sign's lasted 12 years, 11 years. No, we came here in 2012, so 12 years. That last sign. So this will probably be the last sign we put up. Meaning, like, I don't know. That
12 years.
How old would I be in 12 years? 70.
69.
70. I mean, Howard's still doing it at 70.
That's right.
I think I could still be doing it at 70. And if you guys continued to make more money and actually make make pretty damn good money, well, I think you guys would stick with me.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never leave.
Hopefully that happens. So and then we got to get a hold of Ken Snyder, let me to get all of Tom Bean's furniture out of there.
Yes, we do.
We got a lot of things to do. Plus, Big Red has to hang. He took all the soundproofing down. That was a job in itself.
It looks good though.
And then I just need him to hang it in the FMB deal.
I think he's doing that this weekend.
Perfect.
I want to talk about your cover story because
By the way,
this
this is Billie Eilish. I do like her music.
She whisper sings.
Yeah, I really. Let me send me. I guess I could probably just ask Alexa. Hey Alexa, play Billie Eilish.
Hey, this is Billie Eilish. Listen to my music on demand on Amazon Music Unlimited.
Amazon Music Unlimited on this Echo is free for 30 days and then $4.99 a month until you cancel. Terms in the Alexa app. Should I start your free trial?
No.
Okay. You can sign up anytime by saying, sign up for Amazon Music Unlimited.
How about playing me some Billie
Eilish and similar artists on Amazon Music.
Singing.
She doesn't like to open her mouth when she sings.
And here we go. This is Billie Eilish at some kind of music festival or some kind of deal, looking like a complete weirdo.
It's kind of her MO. She's got green hair, bright green hair.
If you're a rock star, if you're recognized as a pop culture, rock star kind of deal, you need to not look like a weirdo.
I think that's the whole point, is that you can, and everyone's like, oh, she's an artist.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
we got to
people have
talk
been doing that
about
forever.
your cover story because you mentioned that you felt like for a long time women didn't like you, and when that came out, all the women were like, we love her.
I know.
How did that reception feel? Has your mind changed a little bit?
I'm still scared of them, but I think they're pretty.
I think she's high.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope
I'm
so.
still scared of them, but I think they're pretty. And that's like a big.
Billy, did you mean to come out in the story,
Girl. No, I didn't, but I kind of thought, wasn't it obvious? It's kind of been. I didn't realize people did
Now,
it.
who's she romantically linked with, or is she just like chicks in general?
No one, I don't think.
Yeah.
The last guy she dated, I think, was the. Let me confirm. He was a singer of a band.
So
She was
dated
much
guys?
older than she was too.
She rarely shows off her body. She's just kind of wearing big T-shirts and baggy pants all the time.
Well, she dated 7 Amp. His stage
Who the
name,
hell's
Brandon
that?
Adams.
Guy,
He's a rapper.
Guy.
Most recent guy.
But she says she's coming out, insinuating
as
the
bi.
as
bi.
okay,
She made an Instagram post about this, and she was upset that the Variety reporter had asked her that question because she felt coaxed into having to say something.
Isn't
And
that,
she felt like it should have been
isn't that
spoken.
amazing now that, now you can be mad about the questions that people ask you, but meanwhile you have agreed to do an interview with this said woman walking said red carpet. I mean, if you didn't want to speak to her, then didn't speak to her. So answer her questions.
But her question was about something that Billy had said earlier, which was, I didn't think women liked me. And then the interviewer was just commenting on that, and then it kind of came out.
We need to get to a point where you don't even have to come out.
Like, she should just own it.
See, there you go. She said you should come to a point.
But like what I'm saying is, since by the way, Brett, send to Lummy or whatever. Get me those Instagrams that she has since posted.
I didn't realize people didn't know. So
And Lummy, is there any pictures of her, like holding a girl's hand or going to an event with a girl or making out with a girl? Like to get some of that.
We need to get to a point where you don't even have to come out. So
I just don't really believe in it.
Talking to Billie Eilish, Vanity magazine, some pretty hot-looking chick from Vanity is asking Billie Eilish
Here's the
various
thing:
questions.
Billie Eilish is stunningly beautiful, and you wouldn't know. There's pictures of her like 16. She has like really, really blonde hair and like these crystal blue eyes. Like she's really stunning, but she kind of like makes herself.
She
look
looks
weird.
like a nerd. Looks like she's got like
I'll find you a picture.
Horace Grant goggles on.
I'm just like, why can't we just exist? I've been doing this for a long time, and I just didn't talk about it. Whoops.
Same. I literally was like, to my mom, I'm dating women now.
But I was like, I saw all the articles. I was like, oh, I guess I came out today. I was like, oh, I guess okay, cool. But it's exciting to me because, I guess people didn't know, so it's cool that they know. But I'm nervous talking about it.
I'm a gay. You're safe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but no, it's I am for the girls.
No, so the girl from Variety's gay too? And is that why she's saying I'm gay? I'm safe? Hold on there.
Didn't know, so
Hold on. Well, that's hot. That's a hot deal. Hold on.
it's cool that they know, but I'm nervous talking about it.
I'm a gay. You're safe.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I think she did say
I'm
that.
a gay.
I'm a gay. I'm safe.
Yeah, but no, it's I am for the girls.
Like same though, literally. And one last question. Phineas was talking about that. The album is coming. What are the
Phineas
vibes
is
of
her
the album?
brother who like writes all of her music. Phineas is her brother.
What can we expect?
It's like good change. It's just I don't know. It's
This
like
is her describing her new album.
very naturally going the way that it's meant to go. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I'm very curious to see how people like feel about it. I don't know.
Okay, I love it. All right.
And well, you should reshoot the cover of you and a hot chick on the front cover.
I sent you the link. For
All right, well, I'll let you go. Thank you so much. Can we get a pic
Yeah, of
together?
course.
How about a makeout?
Yeah.
Her ex was Jesse Rutherford, the lead singer of The Neighborhood. They dated from May to, I believe, October of 2022. That was her ex. He was 32, yeah. She was 20 at the time.
But there's no pictures of what's this, Lummy?
Not anything
That's the Instagram
incriminating.
that you asked for.
I know.
Billie
I
Eilish.
mean, is there any picture? Is there any pictures? Is there any pictures of her with any women? Like.
No, not really. Not scantily.
Well, then yeah. I mean, then you're kind of fake. You're kind of fake coming out. Like, if you come out, you gotta.
Do you have to prove it?
I don't know. Do you?
Can't you just say it?
No, not. I mean,
I guess. I mean, there's a come point where people say, "Well, prove it." Says that you like chicks, but we've never seen you with one.
I think that's something only like you would say, maybe.
We've only seen you with dudes. Hey, Joe Biden says, and I'm not trying to make this a political show. Dan's obviously not here, so we're not over here drinking the MAGA Kool-Aid, being real mad about it. I think this is this next presidential election. I think there's a couple things in play. I think one that's in play is who does Trump select as a VP candidate?
Yeah,
that's big. And then the other one is, does Joe Biden run again? And does he keep Kamala? And does America have, I think America has really dwindled its support for the president just based on his cognitive ability. He's just not there. Listen, I liked Clinton. I kind of liked Obama the first time. I'm all over the road. I'm not a one or the other. But, man, Biden is just old.
He sure is.
And even older when he says that he, might not run, but if Trump runs, he's certainly going to run. I don't know, Joe, that you control your destiny on whether you run or not. I think the people that run the party are going to come in and tell you what's going to happen.
And now they're trying to keep Kennedy off of the
ticket.
Yep.
Because they know that Kennedy probably takes, as usually independents hurt the conservative. But in this instance, they're saying that Robert Kennedy is going to take from Biden more than
Really?
Trump.
Yeah,
that's what they're
Bobby
saying.
Williams, 25 on the Venmo. Yeah,
We are 1 year away.
Yeah, they're saying that.
That's why the Democrats want him off, and the
That's
Republicans
why.
are like,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's why the Democrats are trying to get him off the ticket. Hold on here.
2024 presidential election, and new polling from CBS shows us where the race currently stands. Right now, 51% of likely voters would choose Donald Trump in the general election, compared to 48% backing Joe Biden.
Now, again, that's not a Ron DeSantis versus Donald Trump, disparagement. It's only a few points.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's virtually statistically a tie.
I mean,
they usually have plus or minus 3%.
And how accurate are these polls, anyways?
Exactly. Here we go.
He said
an opinion
Hillary
about a
Clinton was going to win.
potential Biden.
Here you go. How feel about Biden versus Trump rematch?
Nervous.
74%'s nervous, 72%'s frustrated, 50%'s motivated, 38% hopeful, 31% bored, and only 23% of America is excited.
I mean, I'm assuming you can vote for more than one emotion.
Yeah, I'm assuming, because that adds up way more than 100%.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Trump rematch. A majority of likely Biden voters.
So with us, I would be in
about Biden, the first two.
It said, okay, feel about a Biden versus Trump rematch.
Oh, the rematch.
This is likely among likely Biden voters. This is what Biden voters. Biden voters are nervous, they're frustrated, they're motivated, they're hopeful, they're bored. Let's see what that says amongst Trump.
Voters say they feel nervous or frustrated. 62% of likely Trump voters.
All right, so now here's the Trump deal. How do you feel about Biden versus Trump rematch among likely Trump voters? 64% hopeful, 62% motivated, 59% nervous, 57 frustrated, 48 excited, and 19 bored. To me, it sounds like that party is backing its candidate better than the other. Regardless of who that candidate is, this is how the numbers are stacking up.
On the other hand, say a rematch makes them feel motivated. CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett joins me now.
Hates Trump.
Major, so CBS polling shows it at the national level, and the New York Times.
So, Anna, I wonder how this guy.
Major Garrison hates Trump and the Republicans.
So the guy.
And I hate him.
Okay, well, but it's going to be interesting to see how he skews this, because this data can't really be skewed anti-Trump. If you just
he'll find a way.
But if you just take the data for the face of what it is, it would be a more favorable Trump outcome or monologue or opinion than Biden, right? Just by pure numbers.
I agree.
Let's see what this guy spews.
Times Siena poll showed that in a Biden-Trump rematch in 6 battleground states, the incumbent is trailing the former president in all but Wisconsin. That set of polls from the New York Times led to what I think you can only call a freakout among Democrats. Tell me this. Is that upset about those polls the traditional thing that happens to Democrats when polls come out and they get nervous? Or is there something particular going on here?
Well, I talked to a lot of Democrats today, John, and the words used to describe...
And again, Anna has already told us, and in case you didn't know, this expert tends to be always likes to break it off in Trump's ass.
I used to watch a lot of CBS News because I love Gayle King so much. So this guy was on often.
And he hates Trump.
Yes, he does.
All right, here we go. Let's see how he spins it.
I have the 2 polls. Ours, a New York Times, Siena, bad, brutal, bad news. And I have, for purposes of discretion, edited out all the expletives that modified those various words. This was the worst polling weekend for the Biden re-election campaign, and no Democrat I've talked to disputes that. The one caveat that they do attend to this is they say it has been a particularly bad 3 or 4 weeks for the Biden White House. The war in the Middle East is yet another variable on the downward negative side that raises questions about his stamina and leadership capabilities. Also, it creates fissures within the Democratic coalition that are apparent right now in this poll.
And listen, as an American, by the way, let me. We've already assigned myself a cabinet position as the average American.
Yes, you can.
I'm the average American. The average American. Whether you like Jews or don't like Jews, whether you like Palestinians or don't like Palestinians, whether you like Hamas or you don't like Hamas, whether you like Hitler or you don't like Hitler, take everything out and just throw it out the window. It makes us Americans nervous.
Americans do not want to get involved in another war.
We're nervous about this situation.
Sure.
I mean, take every, who you like and who you don't like out of it. It's just a very unnerving, unsettling feel, I think.
Sure, as it is. They don't worry about President Biden's reelection prospects nearly as much as they worry about the effect that these polls will have on the hard negotiations the White House is going to have to do with House and Senate Republicans to keep the government open, provide aid to Ukraine, Israel, border security, and the like. Because they fear that if the president looks like he's on the downward trajectory and Republicans feel ascendant, and if tomorrow's elections in Virginia, Kentucky underscore that,
Is there elections today in Virginia, Kentucky?
I guess.
Is it primary? Is it just? I don't know. Yeah, let me see what. Here, maybe I should.
Oh,
Alexa,
it's Billie Eilish.
Stop playing Billie Eilish. Hey, Alexa, are there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I listen once I hear the wake word.
I know. Okay. Hey, Alexa, are there elections in Kentucky and Virginia today?
Or what is it, November?
Yeah, it says November.
There are no elections being held in
video?
Kentucky or Virginia today.
I think this is old.
This is an old video.
You think this is old?
Well, yeah, I mean, those
So
elections.
what you gave me, Anna?
No, sometimes they repurpose videos.
Democrats I talked to today fear that these polls.
But Anna, they're using, it's current data to describe Trump. So this is new. This is new. Where is he saying?
Is he just talking about polls?
Let me see.
Let's see.
In Virginia, Kentucky underscore that. Tomorrow's elections in Virginia, the downward trajectory, and Republicans feel ascendant.
Yeah, hold on, that chart they showed said until November 3rd.
In Virginia, Kentucky underscore that.
All right, so then how did the elections in Virginia and Kentucky go?
Kentucky, the governor stayed the same, which he was a Democrat, and I think.
Hold on. Kentucky's got a Democratic president?
Governor, yeah.
Governor?
Yeah.
Right?
And I think Virginia, it kind of stayed the same, too.
All right. So is there any swings?
Is Virginia blue? I feel like it's blue.
Yeah, it is.
The governor's red.
But the state is blue?
We don't even know.
Democrats I talked to today fear that these polls don't mean that much for the presidential campaign a year from now, but they could mean a very great deal on hard negotiations the next 2 or 3 weeks.
So speaking of the current response to these polls, David Axelrod, the former President Obama's senior advisor, suggested over the weekend that Biden should bow out of the race.
Now listen, hold on. And the guy that said that is not just some stupid ass. This guy's a very, he's Obama's senior advisor.
Right.
So, this isn't just some, guy that, this is a really, really person that knows politics inside and out. And he states, and let's not forget that he was part of a successful election and then re-election.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's about as good a standing as you can get. You get your candidate. If you are the senior, advisor, and your candidate ends up being a 2-term president, you've done your job to the fullest.
Yeah, he called Biden after he said that. Called him a prick. Biden called him
the
a prick.
race.
Yeah, he says Obama's number one guy says this Joe Biden needs to pull out.
Suggested over the weekend that Biden should bow out of the race. There's a lot of other people who are not as experienced as Axelrod is, who kind of would like their fantasy candidate to come in and upset no one and rally everyone, which often happens, again, in these kinds of polls. But could even something of the kind that Axelrod's talking about even happen? Is it even a possibility?
Yeah, it's a good question in the fact that, you got some very, very high-ranking Democratic, movers and shakers saying for Joe to get out. And the question to this guy is, okay, Is there any rock star? Is there any rabbit in the hat? Is there any red herring? Is there anything that the Democrats could do to say, boom, here's our guy, and pull the rug right out from underneath Sleepy Joe with poopy pants?
I mean, anything is possible. It is distinctly unlikely. And those of us who covered the Obama White House remember
so they're not even like saying, they're not even like, you're not hearing Gavin Newsom. You're not hearing Michelle Obama. You're not hearing any of these rumors. None.
Frequently, David Axelrod would set Vice President Biden's teeth on edge. Vice President Biden thought David Axelrod, specifically within the Obama West Wing, routinely and sometimes malevolently underestimated the capabilities, political and policy-wise, of the vice president. Comments like that over the weekend will only intensify that sense of teeth gnashing among the president and those closest around him. But David Axelrod does give voice to a concern that is not immaterial within Democratic Party conversations. President Biden looks weaker than he ought to. Is there anything that can be done?
Which goes back to my original.
Pump him up with drugs.
Listen, we got Big Pharma in our back pocket. We made Big Pharma.
That's what we do best.
Zillionaires. Big Pharma got us into this big COVID deal. We made them more money than they could ever thought about. So now they need to come up with a shot that I take every day that makes me look like makes me as spry as a 45-year-old.
Yep.
They can whip up something real fast.
Oh, I'm sure.
There is. No, there isn't. And more talk like that only serves to undermine the president at a time when
they're saying that the Democratic Party is no, we don't have an alternative, and more talk like that weakens our position.
Yeah, but they've come in the last couple of weeks and have kind of changed what they've talked about now.
All right, so what are they saying now?
They're kind of putting their support behind Biden.
To rally around him. That is the conversation going on in Democratic circles.
He will get his ass handed to him.
I sent you a video of Biden last night.
He will get his ass handed to him. I'm telling you, whether you like Trump or not, Trump will people that hated Trump will vote for him just so we don't have to have this ass bucket in.
I don't think so. I think they will stay home at the polls.
I don't know.
They won't vote for anyone.
I don't know, man. It's going to be a crap show, is it not?
It sure will.
And the Republicans
I'm very curious to see how this next year pans out because it's going to be wild. Oh, where are you?
Would you be running? Would you be running for president if? I'm sorry. Would you be running for president if Trump wasn't running?
Would you be running for president if Trump wasn't running?
I expect so, but look, he is running, and I have to run.
Would you drop out if Trump runs out?
No, not now.
What's the latest on the American hockey team?
We're pushing hard.
So listen, if you have the ability right now, he has the ability to address the media without his hand over his eyebrows, right? He does. He's doing it. He's talking to the media. Nobody's turned off 3 or 4 lights. The lighting stayed the same. But what a bad look if you come up with your hand above your eyebrow because you're so old and the lights. You just deal with if you're one of the presidential handlers, you're like, President, don't walk up with your hand over like that is such an old guy. Right?
Yeah.
Just walk up to the camera.
The hand looks limp, too. Like maybe if it was straight.
Just walk up to the cameras. It's going to be very bright at first. Your eyes will adjust. But don't do the lookout deal. It's such a bad look. And it just makes you, I mean, look, he's almost peering into, like, he just got off the helicopter.
Yeah.
And Lummy, they told him, Mr. President, there's a press conference and a gathering of the press.
Yeah.
To the left, just walk straight ahead. You'll see that they're all lit up. Just walk to the lights, Mr. President.
Walk to the lights.
Just walk to the lights, Mr. President. And there's going to be a mini press conference.
My dad.
And listen, don't put your hand up like you can't see anything. If you just stand there and answer questions, eventually your eyes will catch up to the lights and everything will be okay. But do not put the, hey, look, I'm looking out what's on the horizon. I'm looking out what's on the horizon. Don't do that. You look old. It makes you look old and stupid, Mr. President. Watch, look.
Would you be running for
You know what? He can't mess it up any more than he's messing it up.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Trump wasn't running?
I expect so, but look, he is running, and I have to run.
If you drop out, if Trump runs out.
No, not now.
What's the latest on the American hostages in Gaza?
We're pushing hard, talking with the Qataris. I don't know where it's going to go, but we're not giving up.
See, I don't know where it's going to go, but we're not giving up.
Hamas have all 8 of them?
Does Hamas have all 8 of them, or are there other groups holding them too? Talking about American hostages.
Yeah.
Or other groups holding it too?
Well, there's others, but look. I'm not going to talk more about it, but we're not walking away.
Have you spoken to anyone?
Meanwhile, if the president, like, listen, I don't negotiate with terrorists. They will be back in the next couple of days, or I will bomb the hell out of them.
Yep.
Have you talked to anybody on the Hill on Ukraine fund? Have you talked to anybody on the Hill about Ukraine funding?
Yes, a couple. And look, the failure to support Ukraine is just absolutely crazy. It's against U.S. interests. It's against the interests of the world. It's just wrong. And we're going to get that. We're going to get that aid. We're going to get it. So anyway, thank you all for waiting. Appreciate it.
Yikes.
Bobby Williams, 25 on the Venmo.
Things don't change. I'm bound to be arrested.
Hey, don't overthink the process.
What are those idiots doing?
Something idiotic.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
But he's dead. Ruben.
I'm going to email Howard.
Do it.
I'm gonna.
Do it. You won't.
Oh, the fuck I won't.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's bad, dark bad. It's real bad. Good morning. God bless ya, sir. Thank you, Julio. Choo. Choo. I like seeing your name. Like, choo. Oh, I don't know. Are we having Alex on?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, HS Boat Fan 69. You have to ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? That's good, Joe. I'm assuming you're talking about your balls? Did you adjust your balls? Question. If I signed up for a race Sunday morning and there's thunderstorms, am I a pussy bitch if I don't do it? Question for the phone. Yeah, I feel like rain fine, but if there's thunderstorms. So who's that from? So many things have been said. Cloud slides. Does anyone have these? Are they really nice? I see everyone has them. Cloud slides.
No, Alex.
I've not heard. I text him. I did not hear.
He's grieving. Poor guy.
BDM's 30 months.
Jim Tap. Did you get Jim Tap?
Might have been when I just was out. Is it on the Cash App?
Venmo.
I'm sitting down. Hold on.
At 6:38.
But if it has.
Huh?
6:38 Jim Tap? Yeah, I got that. It was after Iggy McGillicuddy, the 50.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm caught up on the Venmos.
Okay. Great team, Travis.
Revolution. Oh, your ears are in for some severe blunt force trauma. Bubba the Love Sponge. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show is the Lummy Sports Show, heard and seen, heard exclusively. Well, there's a lot of places you can hear us, but we would prefer that you go to BubbaArmyHQ.com and at least register to be a grunt. That's free. That would allow you to listen to the Lummy Show, perhaps.
Thank you.
Or become a sergeant or lieutenant. And please know that we're less than 50% even done with the different parameters and tools and cool stuff that you'll have access to at Bubba Army HQ, including video, chat, back in the day stuff, Triple X, Akira, Stormy, Janessa, Brazil. Just, Lummy, we're going to have a lot of stuff there.
Yes, we are, and it's all going to be soon.
Bubba Army HQ. Visually, you watch Lummy's Sports Show today on Rumble, on YouTube, and on our Twitter page, correct?
No, just...
I'm sorry, Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah, so Rumble, Rumble, YouTube, and Twitch. Coming soon, well, because at one time, Lummy, there was a time when we were doing X and Facebook And did something happen, or we were just bogging it down too much?
We were bogging it down.
It was affecting our video stream negatively. Like
All
it was slowing down the show. Technically, sorry, I'm not explaining that the best.
And we're working on rectifying that so that we can have right. That's one of the things that we're working on right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lummy, we all have a heartfelt reason to support our blood pressure. In fact, more than half of the U.S. population would benefit from blood pressure support. Superbeat Heart Chews are an easy and convenient way to support a healthy blood pressure lifestyle, and they promote heart-healthy energy as well. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Superbeats are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. Over 30,000 5-star reviews and counting. They're a convenient way to support healthy blood pressure. Superbeat Heart Chews are plant-based, and so they're easy to add to your routine. No pills to swallow, no ingredients to mix, none of that nonsense. Superbeat Heart Chews support healthy circulation so that you not only get blood pressure support that you need, but it's also a productive, heart-healthy energy without the crash. Support your heart health with Superbeat Heart Chews. Get a free 30-day supply of Superbeat Heart Chews and a free full-size bag of what, Lummy?
Turmeric.
Yeah, there you go. That's valued at $25. And it all starts and stops with going to BubbaLovesBeats.com. Again, get this exclusive offer only at BubbaBeats.com.
BubbaLovesBeats.com.
I'm sorry. Did I mess that up?
Yeah, it's okay.
I got so many things going on in my head. BubbaLovesBeats.com. I just sent an email to Howard, and I first apologized for emailing him during his show, but I wanted to say, hey, listen, heard about Ralph, and please know that I think Mom's. This is what I told Howard. Please know that I think Ralph's mom lives close to the Tampa area. If she would need anything like grocery shopping or just anything in general, please know that we can be there. Bubba. You think that was good, Anna?
Perfect.
I mean,
Yeah, you're thinking about him. He's closer to Ralph than you are, so,
I put a tweet out, and it looks like the Stern Show retweeted it. I reached out to JD, and I guess some people have been calling to give Howard his condolences. He says we can try to call in if you want.
Yeah, I mean, did they give you a number?
Yeah, I got one.
He
says that he can't promise he'll pick up because they're about to do a bit, probably about 30 minutes. But he says you can try.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah, I sent you the number.
Okay. And then I can tell Howard, hey, listen, I emailed you, but I guess we're speaking now.
Yeah.
And I don't like calling and bugging you during your show. Please know that I don't call very often. But that's why he'll take my call. Are you sending it to?
I sent it to your messenger.
To the messenger?
Yes.
Okay. And now Lummy, where is this message that we should potentially call Howard coming from? So JD or the fans?
So, the fans have said a lot of people have been calling in, and then I reached out to JD and asked him if you could call, to give your condolences because we've heard some other, and he says, yeah, he can call in, but he can't promise that he'll take the call.
Yeah, but hold on. Then see, right now, I'm at a 50-50 whether he takes the call. So if he doesn't take the call, now I just job myself out.
Yeah.
See, I don't think you call Anna unless you know for a fact that Howard wants you to call. Otherwise, you could just be bugging him.
Right.
Kind of shoehorning your way into the show.
Right.
And listen, you know what? I sent my condolences privately to Howard without having to disrupt the show. And if he needs anything further, Lummy, then he can get a hold of me.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I'm here for Ralph's family. I think his sister. I think he has family in this area. And so, wow, what a tragedy! What an absolute tragedy! I know you guys are probably you and my tapes team.
Yes.
Are you in the tapes team working on Ralph Cirillo things?
Yes, we are. We got I think it's 7 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 located. So
tapes teams need to get really on that.
Yeah.
So this girl here, OnlyFans, I don't think you can just be. I don't know if this girl's dildoing herself or doing hardcore sex, but I think she's just being
Does she
cute.
have like a
Is she just being cute?
remote control thing going on? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean like where your boyfriend or girlfriend will put
you put it in there and then they
insert a dildo, and it's
like a vibrator.
You operate it through a phone app.
Yep.
And your Bluetooth
in public.
and so like the woman's there and she's just trying to compose herself, and next thing you know, you go to like, you know, an intensity, 10, and she's going, and she's trying not to, she's trying to hold it together. Is that what they're doing here?
I'm not 100% sure. Oh, she took her panties off. Oh, that's what it was.
A New Zealand mom, Layla Kelly, went viral for this playful video she filmed at the hardware store. So she's at the Home Depot in New Zealand, and she just takes her panties off, and she stuffs them like in a ladder. Watch.
That's it?
Watch. No. Yeah, so okay, be quiet. Cutesy. However, it also landed her in trouble with the police. What now? What is it? What rule would you have broken if you took your panties off and you didn't expose your vagina, which she didn't?
I think it's more of like a contamination health hazard.
No kids there. No kids saw it. It was very much a very sleight of hand yippee-o deal. You stuffed them in a little, or you put them on a pair of, like, are you saying that my vagina is contaminated?
Yes, I think that's the implication.
As a popular pornographic film star, she explained she uses social media to hook new views and advertise her profile on the subscription-based adult content site OnlyFans. All right, so she took off her panties and put them on a ladder. What, do you throw the bitch in jail for that?
She's banned from the hardware store. Oh no!
Oh, I'm not going to be able to get my half-inch nuts.
Can't go to Ace Hardware anymore.
Why she explained the prank was simply meant to be a funny joke and assured that she did not actually leave any pairs of underwear inside the store. So after the cameraman left, you know that she went back and got them because, listen, girls, they like their panties, and aren't girls' panties like 10, 12, 15 bucks?
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes
right?
more, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So all you marks that believed this deal, unless Anna, it would have showed a kid grabbing them and playing with them, then you really can't prove that she left them there if nobody found them.
Correct.
And it was just you guys, you know what? You all are a bunch of marks that believed my high spot. I did a high spot. I obviously didn't leave them there, but you and your mind think I did. So now you're going to bust me because I videotaped leaving my underwear on a gorilla silverback ladder.
I like that ladder.
I like the gorilla.
Imagine if you or I left our underwear on a ladder like that.
Ew, please don't.
Well, first of all, it'd take up the whole,
Second of all, it'd have skid marks on it. No offense, Bubba.
That's why I wear black underwear.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
The saucy video, which racked up 15 million views, earned Kelly a visit from the police and a ban from the Home Depot store in Wellington for the next 2 years. Okay. All right. You know what this is?
What?
This is a girl that did this, and then they called Home Depot and complained that they saw it on OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
Then sent the OnlyFans link to the police and to the store, and they created, I'm getting ready to drop the mic on everybody, and then they created this whole big hubbub, which really didn't get her in trouble. The only thing that the only penalty there is that she can't go back to that store for 2 years, right?
Oh, yeah, wow.
Right?
Yep.
Big deal. Meanwhile, our dumbasses in America, it was a major story here, pop culturally in America. We're talking about it.
Yep.
We fell for it. It's exactly what they did, Lummy. They taped it. They picked up the panties. They went home. They then, made a video of it, put it up on her OnlyFans site, then sent it to the police department and the Home Depot. And as a Karen, I was at home. My husband has an OnlyFans account. And I saw the local girl here go to the Home Depot and take her panties off and put it on the gorilla ladder set. What if, and then she gets into this whole, what if kids, saw that and touched that gorilla? I mean, that's just so unclean. I will not be going to your Home Depot ever again, Karen McGillicuddy.
Oh, she posted it on her Instagram and stuff, so that's even easier to.
So she posts it on Instagram. So the authorities go get it. They tell her she can't come to the store for 2 years, and she gets 56.5 million views. Well, I mean, what can we stage and tell on ourselves?
Well, our underwear deal's out, so
yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't even know that I can call on myself and turn myself in, that people even will come cover me anymore. Hey, Bubba the Love Sponge is about to rob a bank at West Shore and Kennedy.
Who's that?
Oh.
He got full hot on that deal.
But I'll whoop your ass just like your daddy.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Poor booby.
Oh, I think Barb is January 13th.
It is.
I think that's the day I married Heather.
Really?
I think so.
Your anniversary?
Yeah.
They have a name for that. You know?
I think that's that day in history that I married someone.
It says January 14th, it looks like.
For mine?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. Thank God. I didn't want to be having it.
Oh, yeah, that's a nerd. What's up, Kiwi Dog? Quick. I'll get on that. Thuggish Ruggish. Yeah, it's just Bubba fan. What's up, Arizona?
We're back for an all-new season of Ink Master. Three-time Ink Master winner DJ Tammy returns as a judge.
Guaranteed there's going to be some shots fired.
This tattoo is badass.
That is insanity.
Victory is a work of art. Ink Master. New season now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Solo country.
God, Paris Hilton's back.
Your name's weird, right? Is your motherfucking name?
Two 707 JR.
Ready? I like some ASMR. I'm gonna crack my back. Hold on.
Let me do my shirt shot.
All right, sounds good. It looks like your bottle of wine has the 13th on it. According to websites, it's the 14th, so I don't know.
What now?
Looks like the bottle of wine that you gave away to everyone
Yeah.
was it has the 13th on it. The websites all have the 14th, so I'm gonna go with the bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have it wrong, I think.
They sure do.
Well, won't you look at what Saturday...
We got a lot to do. Let's go.
To all the FTEs out there, he salutes you. He salutes you.
Loving it.
And hopes you don't get herpes from a lot lizard.
Something's wrong with me.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bubba.
Lummy Sports Show, visually, Rumble, YouTube, and our Twitch channel, all at The Bubba Army. Audibly, I would prefer you go navigate through and enlist and become a grunt. It's free to Bubba Army HQ. Lummy the Merch Crick is slinging the tactical bags, the all-new all-black ones, and then the reorder of the Shark Camo tactical deal. I'm actually headed upstairs to help pack and ship. So your order could be packed by me, my friend. How about that?
You're a merch boy.
I'm merch boy. Jim Tap, Lummy, I think you missed the 50 on Jim Tap. I think you did, because he texted me. He said, I think Lummy missed my 50 early this morning on the Venmo. Jim Tap, formerly from my hometown of Warsaw, Indiana, graduated with me in 1984. And Lummy, when I built my big, huge mansion and moved in November of 99, Jim Tapp, I think like quickly thereafter, came and was my roommate for a year when him and his wife were going to think about maybe getting a divorce. They're one of the very few people that they separated for a year and then they got back together.
That's awesome.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah, that is
right?
odd. Yes.
Lummy, it just dawned on me that BARP this year is Saturday, January 13th.
Yes.
And if I remember right, Lummy, not to bring up old times or anything like that, but I think isn't January 13th the day that I married Heather?
Yes, it was.
Saturday, January 13th, 2007. So Lummy, I'm going to be
would
extra
have been
tore
your
up.
17 or 17th.
It would have been my
year.
I can get up on stage and say, not only is Matt Hoxie here celebrating his marriage demise, but this would have been my 17th year anniversary to my wife Heather.
How does that make you feel?
I sent you the bottle too.
Oh,
it has the date.
Picture of the bottle?
Yeah, we got it from on the chip.
Does it make you feel relieved, sad?
What do you mean?
Like, how does it make you feel when you think about that?
I have my own wine. Everybody, all guests were given their own wine.
Don't you have a bottle like behind you?
There's
or something.
There's a few laying around here. I've seen people try. I've seen people try to sell them on eBay and stuff.
Really?
Yes, for real. Type in Bubba and Heather marriage wine and see what comes up. Let me, because I've seen it go for like $150.
Whoa,
for real. Were you there? Do you have one?
No, I don't have one. I was not invited.
There.
Yeah, Anna was there.
It was 19.
You were 19?
Well, obviously.
All right. So anyway, this year's. By the way, Jim Tapp, you are invited to BARP. And Lummy, is it looking like the Bucks could host a? We thought there'd be no way the Bucks are going to host a playoff game this year, but it looked like they could very well. Right?
If they win the division. I mean, there's still a chance.
If they win the division, they would host. But otherwise, they'll be traveling.
It's a 27% chance.
Ooh.
A 27% chance that they will. Oh, yeah.
That they win the division, according to the experts.
Let me know if you locate any Bubba Heather wine.
I'm looking for it
for sale.
Okay.
Anna,
yo,
you're this woman. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you like shows about fat people.
Oh, that's not disrespectful. That's just facts.
Yeah.
Like I'm fascinated by fat people.
Yeah, you're
and not just like, a little chubby or whatever. I mean by like big people.
You like fat people.
It's impressive what like the body is able to do with all those extra calories,
Extreme weight loss star Brandy Mallory, cause of death revealed, obesity complications. Now, so it sounds like she lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah, I guess it was some like weight loss show.
Okay.
Right.
And
then
she was found dead in a parking lot, and they're saying there was small traces of alcohol and marijuana, but nothing of and chicken nuggets, but nothing of fatal levels at all.
Right.
Well, I mean, when they find me dead, they're going to have. It's gonna be, you know what, Lummy? I need to have a disclaimer that they play when they find me dead by saying,
were there any drugs? No, just crumbs.
Say, hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge, and you're going to find a lot of things in my system, but none of which I abuse, and I take and I have prescriptions for all of them. So before you go, because when I die, they're going to be like, Bubba Clem, if you would really list all the stuff that's in my body.
And the media would list it all out, too.
When you die, they're going to just be surprised you lived as long as you did, Bubba. I think that's how it's going to go.
I think I'm going to have to say no autopsy for me.
Oh, my God. Is this guy alive still?
Made him quickly?
No autopsy for me, because it's going to say if found in Bubba's body and it's going to look far worse than it really is. It's really not a big deal.
No.
I manage everything nice, and but on a news report, it would look bad. Found in Mr. Clem's body, and then it's going to have like 10, 12 different things. But I manage it all.
I wonder which one they'll make a big deal out of.
I know.
Don't let them see.
Atlanta 911, operator 8333. What is the location of your emergency?
So Brandy Mallory is found dead at a strip mall in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And she supposedly was seen like at a bar the night before that's in that strip mall. Mm-hmm. And the last surveillance they have is her getting in her car. So I'm assuming that she might have been too drunk or was having a medical episode and decided to just sit in her car and maybe ride it out. Lummy, have you ever, this is before Ashley, B.A.,
yeah,
okay, B.A.
Of course.
Before Ashley.
It's like B.C., but B.A.
B.C., what's B.C.?
Like before Christ.
Oh, yeah. We might as well make it before Christ.
Yeah, before Christ.
Before the boss lady rolled up in here.
Yes.
I think there's probably many a times that you went to leave from the Hard Rock and you felt as if you were too drunk and you just probably slept in your car.
Sure did. Multiple times.
Right.
Especially in college.
Just sleep it. And here's the deal, man. If you want to technically, if the cops pull you over and you're sleeping in your car and you're in the driver's seat and the keys are in the ignition, they can get you for DUI. But Kevin Hazlett has once said that if you took the keys and put them like in the trunk, like you know how on like a lot of cars have trunk hatch buttons.
Oh yeah, mine does. Even Gus does.
Yeah. So you put them in the trunk, or Lummy, like you put them underneath the carpet, or just something that's not readily grabbable, and you go sit in the back seat.
Yep.
You go sit in the back seat and pass out in the back seat. that you got a better chance of not getting that, you could have potentially operated this vehicle.
Those people should be celebrated for making the right choice.
They should be like,
instead
sir.
of punished.
Yes.
What?
Roll the window down. What?
What?
Sir. Why are you in the back of your car?
Drunk as hell. Then drive though. Made one stupid decision, but not gonna make two.
Sir, you're in the back seat. Yeah. Now, Lummy, does it matter if the car's running or not? Because if you wanted to enjoy some AC,
yeah,
right?
they said if the car, I remember when Kevin said it. If the
car
car's
should
running,
not be running.
The keys are in the car, so you could technically.
Yeah. So Lummy, it might be, the honor system where you have to roll the windows down and hope that nobody kills you.
I hope it's not in July too.
Right.
Oof.
Ugh, so sweaty.
Can't keep the. Too bad. I mean, Lummy, you could just have the AC kicking real nice.
I know, that'd be nice. Sleeping in the back seat. No,
you can't. You got to sit there and just sweat it out in the back. And then if they pull you over, you're like, listen, I distanced myself from the keys. I drank too much at this establishment that I drove too sober. I was sober when I got here. Now I'm in the back seat. I have no intentions of driving this vehicle. I've put the keys in the trunk, and I am sleeping in the back seat. How can you get me? I don't think you can get. Lummy, I think deep down you can't get me.
Well, from an expert in this field, I got a text from, and he said,
I'm talking about Hootie.
Well, you nailed it. They look at it as an APC control, so you can't actually go to jail for it. So,
really,
all things to be an expert in.
Yeah, listen, Bubba, I wouldn't have read it if I didn't believe him. I have a feeling that something might
He knows his stuff, Bubba.
Yeah. Actual physical control. So
they can still get you?
Yep, that's what he said.
That's being a dick, though. You hire a Kevin Hazlett or something like that, you're getting that throwed right out. Like, you're getting that throwed right out. The judge is like, "You're no way am I going to throw the book at this guy who responsibly put his keys in the trunk and was in the back seat, passed out. I'm not going to charge that guy." Now, I can see where you're in your driver's seat, Lummy. You got it kicked back. The car's running because you want the AC. I can see where that could get you hemmed up.
Yeah.
But not the way we got it. Please.
Well, I think it all depends on, too, how you kind of talk to the cop.
Yeah.
If you get out and you're just a dick, which I could see this person being a dick, you're probably going to jail.
This person's dead here.
Oh, I meant Hootie.
Oh, Hootie, yeah. Hootie's a dick. Why'd you pull me over? It's just, you can tell I'm obviously not driving. My wife hates me. We're getting divorced. And, bottom line, I ain't got a lot of options to stay. And so I came here to the Tilted Kilt Hooters Winghouse deal here in Lakeland. And they're the ones I've been trying to make out with the waitresses and stuff like that. And I got too drunk while I was here. So I decided to sleep in the back. The keys are in the back trunk. And I'm just sleeping away back here in the back. Don't you guys got something else you could be doing?
Yeah, taking you to jail,
Aren't there some
buddy.
Mexicans that are, smuggling in Mexicans? Yeah. No, but I think if you're like, sir, listen, I felt as if I had too much to drink. I did not want to be in control of this vehicle at all, so I put the keys in the trunk, and I decided to sleep in the back. I was going to sleep here until I woke up and I was going to call somebody to come get me, or if I felt as if I was no longer impaired, I was going to attempt to drive home. But obviously you've caught me sleeping here, and I'm not operating this vehicle and have no intentions of operating this vehicle. And I think if you're drunk, you probably can't come up with that smooth of a deal.
Probably not, no.
Not driving.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Here's the 911 call of somebody that found this woman.
Yeah, sad.
In the strip mall area.
And is this a house, apartment, or a business?
McAllister's Deli.
Oh, McAllister's Deli. I mean, that's right down the road.
Yeah,
sounds delicious.
Oh, they're so good. They're expensive though, Lummy.
Their food is
God. I know it's good.
What do you get at a deli? Usually like pastrami sandwich or something?
I get like a club with no mayonnaise and no tomatoes, or I'll get like a turkey and cheese.
You ever been to like a Jewish deli?
No, I mean, like, they have pastrami and provolone, and I don't know. Answer is no.
Okay.
Do you need police, fire, or EMS?
Probably police and EMS. I got what appears to be a dead body in a car parked in my parking lot.
Ooh.
All right, hold on one second. I'm going to connect you to EMS so that you don't have to repeat yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Are you taking pictures? Oh, I don't know. There's a girl laying in her car. She don't look right. I knocked on the hood. No movement. Doesn't look like she's breathing.
Are you with her now?
No, she's in her car. I don't do dead people.
Okay, about hold.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, this guy's a dick, but kind of a whatever.
Yeah, but you know what, Anna? Here's
You
the
want to
thing.
be like, I did not mess with this.
No. He knows this is going to go viral, so he wants to be a smart ass on the deal,
I
so he
see.
can get a crumb of the viralness.
I
Don't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but isn't it like anonymous?
I
kinda?
know, but still.
Yeah.
How old do you think she is, sir?
Couldn't tell you. 40. I don't know.
Nailed it.
Okay, you said it looks like she's not breathing. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, she looks dead. She's leaning back in her seat. The seat's sitting upright, but her head is cocked off to the side towards the window in the little valley between the chair headrest and the side of her car. Her head's back, tilted back, mouth is open. Whatever glasses, I don't know if it's sunglasses or eyeglasses, are kind of up off of her head, cocked to the side. Looks like she passed out.
I got to tell you something. He gives good play-by-play, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, sure. Very
I mean, my
detailed
God,
account.
he's Bob Costas
Yeah.
of describing
dead people.
Of describing dead people in strip malls. This guy's the Bob Costas of dead people descriptions.
Dead people Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Okay, you don't know.
Keep making food, okay?
Okay. Yeah. What do you think would be a corner thing?
I know. Let's see what happens. We want to be ready.
Okay. Atlanta, can you have fire en route? I'm 974. Fire and PD en route.
I'll try to go through our camera systems once I get off the phone and find out what time this.
Oh, this might be like maybe the manager of the bar
Or
or
the security-
something.
the security,
or
yeah.
the security guy of the strip mall, maybe.
Yeah.
Are pulled in here.
Anna, that's why he's kind of somewhat formal about the deal.
Yeah.
You know.
And it sounds like he's like done this before.
Right.
But she's not pulled into the spot all the way. I don't know. This is weird. This is my first time dealing with this.
Oh, guess not. Okay. There's a video up top above where you can kind of just see. Maybe go down. There's like a YouTube.
Not there.
All
huh?
right.
Not there.
I thought you were talking about Paris and Love. I was like,
No,
oof.
here. Here. This was the video that I was referring to. It used to be on the article, but just kind of get a.
Is this an idea
glimpse
of
of
Women, but men
who she
too,
was and what the
trying
show was
to
about?
live life and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
Man, it didn't look like she should die at all. She don't look fat.
I don't know if this is after.
Everything that they want to be for their
I'm not
spouse
sure.
and their children. From the start of class, and he ends it. You give it your all, and as long as he's standing there applying for a gig and not getting a challenge, so everybody had to do it individually.
There we go.
Get it, girl.
And luckily, I knew
Anna, her intensity just turned up about 400 notches.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. The flopping belly willy. Here we go.
So I went ahead, I did it. It was like a
Let's
beast
go.
mode challenge, so everybody had to do it individually.
Moves.
And I was like, oh gosh, and I did it, and I killed it best I could. I messed up a little bit.
Oh, shame.
But as soon as I was done, literally everybody came and gave me a hug.
Wow.
And that let me know that the energy that I bring to class, people missed it.
Yeah.
The most fulfilling thing for me is allowing a woman who literally, because we have so many women who are like, I don't like makeup, I hate it. But they'll book for a special event. And it's like, yeah, this is the first time I've ever gotten my makeup done. And it's
All right, well, that's great. You're not doing any more makeup anymore.
Nope.
You're
Because
done.
she's dead.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
Whoa, hold the phone. Is that horizon broad enough for you?
Oh, my apologies.
More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Let's see what's going on.
No, I sent your text. I saw your text and I asked you if it was. It's not on eBay though.
Huh. Oh, wow. Huh.
I like working with this.
I've never seen someone naked and not naked at the same time, if you know what I mean.
Why, is there pictures of her?
Lummy sent me something that's probably something only I would really appreciate.
Well, then
She's a very large girl.
I think Lummy just knows my type.
I know your type's very fat.
Yeah.
She has an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm seeing some videos.
Anna's got an OnlyFans?
She's with the. Wow, that guy is.
Anna's got an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
She's brave. She's brave. She's brave. Dude, I could watch this shit all day long. Wow, I think they're squishing him.
I like her approach. I've made so much progress fattening this year.
Did you send it to me?
I'll send it to you. I'm sorry.
It's nudity, Bubba.
Let me. I just want to see it.
All right, here it is.
All right,
there.
send it to you.
I sent it to you too.
It's her Twitter.
She's.
I need to find it on eBay.
It
wasn't showing on eBay. I clicked on it.
Impressive in.
Did you see? Did you find any Bubba Heatherwine?
Oh my God.
Not on eBay. I mean, there's an old post I'm trying to pull it up, but nothing currently listed on eBay.
Wow.
That means that the market's a little dry. I might need a couple extra.
Yeah, the market's. I don't think I'm gonna watch this.
Why?
Just because I don't want it to be on my fucking history.
Well. I think you're gonna like.
Do we have the Kim Jong Il begging on video?
Let me check. That's a different one. Let me see.
We also have the Ron DeSantis thing too, our cover story.
What? Oh, my Ron DeSantis was my cover story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get to it next. Hold on.
She's eating a cake.
Cake.
I gotta get this off my screen.
Yeah, there's a video of him crying.
Oh wow.
Did you want me to send it to you?
I totally forgot what I was going to come in here and talk to you about now.
Ron DeSantis.
Oh wow.
He seems
Oh
sad.
wow.
So sad.
He's like 100 pounds.
All right, easy guys. You guys are making me. I can't see what you're doing, and it's.
Sorry. Do you have a way to send me those files here you got?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, you gotta get online and download the rest of them.
Okay, no worries.
The search wasn't working. I should have went on to chat like that. Big problem. Thank you, Joe. Chico 02213. 28 months.
Thank you.
No problem. No, fat pig.
What?
Because he was fat pig.
Oh, fat pig. Poor thing. Dang, man. That's racing's a bad time.
Hold on, we haven't done my shirt of the day, have we?
No, we have not.
Or we'll do it right now.
All right, Skag.
I'll have to
Skag me up before you
ladder it
go.
up and shit. Get it to you guys.
Thank you. God bless.
What do I need to do? I got Ron DeSantis.
Yep.
And was there one other thing?
No, that was it for the.
Skag mower.
Picture of the day. Pick of the day.
Yeah, shirt. Yep.
to a safe place. Safe place.
The prison work release program gone horribly wrong.
You may want to duck.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Bubba the Love Sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hopefully, Brett is paying attention and he can get my shirt of the day pick. And I'm going to take a step back. Let me showcase my shirt and not have my mouth open like I do sometimes. Hopefully you got it. Because I felt pretty pimp.
You were pimp.
Ron DeSantis is going to set aside $1 million to help defend Florida State. I'm assuming Florida State's going to potentially sue the people that determine who makes the college football playoffs.
Yeah, the college football playoff committee.
What is it? The CFP or the
CFP.
And Ron DeSantis has stated that DeSantis, who's currently running for president, announced this during a conference budget proposal yesterday. And he said, what we've decided to do, we're setting aside $1 million for litigation expenses that may be as a result of this really, really poor decision by the college football playoffs to exclude the undefeated team. What happened?
The belt would hit the table, and I didn't want to scratch the belt, so I set it down by my chair. Sorry. It's getting heavy. It was segment 8.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and put it away just nicely, real now. Go ahead and put it away. Poor little thing. Having the belt is a little bit of a punishment, too. Like, you really build. I mean, Lummy, you look Hank-like drunk.
Well, Hank's dead, so.
I'm just saying, like, you don't.
No, it's just my hair.
Let me put the belt back.
Okay,
there you go.
You
Put
did,
it back. There you go.
You did.
Yeah.
Because you got a big show coming up, buddy. You got to prepare for your big show.
Thank you.
Yeah, if this isn't pandering, what is? But hold on. I appreciate pandering sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I appreciate working smart. Like, this is working smart. You know, I mean, most people in Florida, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, whether you're a Ron DeSantis fan or you're not, chances are you have an opinion. I mean, Florida is very much a college football state. Indiana, on the other hand, has been kind of denoted as a basketball state. Just different states have, like Pennsylvania for the longest time was where all the good quarterbacks came out of. Remember, Lummy?
Yes, it was.
And then all the speed, like wide receiver and running back, came out of Florida and Texas and California.
Yes.
And, like, there's been certain states that get certain personas with regards to college football. Some states don't care about college football. Like North Dakota, I don't think they really care about college football, right?
No, not really, no.
You know, I don't know that Nevada really cares about college football.
Not as much.
Right. No. Usually to care about college football, you have to have a team in your state that has a long storied history of being successful. You know, obviously like Ohio has Ohio State. You know, Indiana has Notre Dame. Michigan has Michigan. Wisconsin has Wisconsin. Iowa has Iowa. Illinois has Northwestern and Illinois. You know, most state, Kentucky has Kentucky and Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville's actually a better program.
Yes, it is.
So this is great pandering because everybody in the state, for the most part, even Gator fans would probably say that Florida State got screwed. Even Miami fans.
Miami fans, definitely.
I mean, even Miami fans, who I think Florida State beat Miami this year.
They did, yes.
Solidly.
Yes, they did.
Even Miami fans, and then they beat. Well, hold on. I think FSU beat Florida and Miami.
They sure did.
They didn't play USF.
No, they did not. But yes, Florida State also beat Florida with their backup quarterback.
So
yeah, Florida, real powerhouse this year.
I heard they suck this year.
5-7, missed the bowl game. Ouch.
Who's coming in next? How many years has this guy's only been here? 2 years? Has he not, or is this his first year? The current Florida guy, because the University of Florida Gainesville, they only allow you to have about 3 bad years, and you're out.
Yes,
Napier's back. He's next year is going to be the year that decides his future. He's really riding on this 24 recruiting class. They're really hanging their hat on it. Graham Mertz is back for another season. I know not a lot of people were saying good things about him, but the quarterback they had this year did run the offense pretty well. 20 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So he'll be back.
What year is he?
He will be a senior next year.
All right, so he's got a senior quarterback who had a pretty good junior year, and his 24 recruiting class is strong.
Yeah,
I think last year he had a strong recruiting class. Those guys are now not going to be redshirt. They'll be eligible to play. So, you're right. This year, maybe next. Like this year, although in 2024, he better make a bowl. He better win 6 games.
Yeah, if they win 6 games next year,
good.
I think even if they win 6 games and just make a bowl, that's going to be incredibly underwhelming.
That's progression.
It's progression,
and then you give him one more year, which is probably a final year on his contract. You probably sign a 4 or 5 year deal, and by the end of your deal, man, you got to have your team in contention to winning the SEC.
Yes,
I mean, that, or you're gone. I mean, Urban Meyer came in there and won 2 national championships. And set the precedent for the University of Florida, Gainesville, not being losers.
I've been skeptical of Napier, honestly, ever since our referee guy called in and said that sideline was one of the most unorganized they'd ever seen.
So anyway, Ron DeSantis, man, set aside $1 million because Florida State did get hosed, and it was about money. It was about money.
It was. How much?
Even Dion. I saw Dion on a podcast yesterday, and Dion says the college football playoff system is not going to allow ever for Georgia and Alabama both not to make it. Like,
of course, SEC,
those franchises are so iconic and huge, both of them, that one of those two, if they only have one loss, are just the ecosystem of the dollars and the business savvy of college football playoffs. You have to have one of those two in there, and if you can sneak one in, kind of by dirty dealing. And now don't forget, Dion is a Florida State grad.
Yes, he is.
But he understands the economics and business aspect of why you would make this decision. Our governor says, I'm going to set aside $1 million for us to sue him.
Because how much money did Florida State lose out by not making the college football playoffs?
Oh, my God. Well, hold on. A couple things. How much did you physically lose in money? Probably maybe, $10 million. But what did you lose as far as recruiting clout?
Yep.
And then NIL.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
NIL for a lot of the players.
Exactly.
That's the big thing.
So the NIL and the recruiting clout. I mean, when you walk into a 5-star recruit's living room and you just are one of the top 4 teams that made the college playoffs, that in itself, only 3 other coaches in America can say that.
And then you got, you and Nick Saban, and Nick Saban goes, well, I made the playoffs for us. They didn't.
Right.
You want to go there? You want to be
exactly. Just recruiting clout alone, it destroys Florida State. Lummies, highly anticipated, highly produced, highly intellectual sports show, which allows me to have an early. God, I love when I used to hate Wednesdays. Now I love them.
And Fridays for you.
And Fridays. But when Seth joins, I'll be working on both, Lummy. Like, you'd be going back to the back room, and I would be doing a podcast with Kushner.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yes. Probably not on Fridays, Anna.
Okay.
Probably not on Fridays. Fridays, I want to get the hell out of here.
I know you do.
We'll see you guys. I'm sorry. I'll see you tomorrow. And Lummy will see you at 10:20, correct?
Yes, you will.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Brett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I repeat hello, I'm back.